This is Common Man and T-Bone, the undisputed leader in talking about nothing.
That's
Tickle me
insane.
stupid. I thought he was like 60.
Tickle me stupid. You keep saying this. It's not a phrase.
It's a phrase I invented. Tickle me stupid.
The phrase is color me stupid.
No, I don't like color me
surprised.
stupid. That's a stupid phrase. I'm going to invent my own phrase. Tickle me stupid. It's the new holiday gift.
Featuring lukewarm sports takes, stupid impressions, and bad math. Broadcasting live from the Fan Studios, here's Common Man and T-Bone.
Happy Tuesday. We're leaning into nostalgia this week.
Oh, yeah.
So Teddy's put in some old opens. So now until the show ends on the 30th, Teddy's going to delight us with some old crap where my voice sounds weird.
They all, I mean, you know,
I sound like Bob.
we all have different voices because there was different processing back then. It was odd. It was the old days of radio.
You would think, though, you know, we could take what we had in the old building, the audio files, move them over here,
Yeah.
and they would sound fine.
You would think. But also,
Or we'd tweak them.
we have sound files that every time we play them at the end, it just goes for like no reason. And that's just part of, I don't know why. It's just how
I don't know, Craig.
It's how the audio works.
Hey, if you missed yesterday's show, we announced the conclusion of our partnership, our on-air afternoon partnership. Our last show will be April 30th. That just happens to be a Wednesday, and that just happens to be the most ridiculous Wild Card Wednesday ever. And we are not going to do a regular show on that day. I mean, unless, like, you know, Ryan Day falls down a well. We're not talking about it.
I mean, even then we would say, well, that happened. And we
He's
wish him
still
well.
trapped down there, and
Like
Paul
baby.
Keels will give you an update.
Paul Keels will be out there like they were reporting on Baby Jessica. Now that, if you know that reference, you're old. Get an examination on whatever interior plumbing you have because you need it.
Yesterday, I said we would spill the beans about where we're going to go. I wanted to do it yesterday, but, you know, Fish wanted me to hold off until today. Well, now it's today. So, if you were listening to Morning Juice earlier, you heard them say that they're going to be wrapping up their run.
Mm-hmm.
Mornings here on the Fan. We will have a new morning show. It will not be me.
No, it will not be you. It will be me. I'm T-Bone, and I will be joined by Tyvis Powell. T-Bone and Tyvis will start on Monday, May 12th. So
All right, first of all,
either mark your calendars or avoid that date.
no,
I don't know.
I'm
whatever you wanna do.
excited to listen to that show. First of all, you know I love you.
I love
It's
you
been
too.
12 years of bro love, and I'm going to give you a hickey.
Mm-hmm.
But I've also grown over the last couple of years to love Tyvis Powell.
Yeah,
I do. I love Tyvis. And if you've listened to me over the years, you know that I don't have any affinity for athletes that come in this building and treat radio like a hobby. Tyvis does not do that. He has worked his ass off as a broadcaster, and he's just a fun, friendly, funny guy. And I'm excited for him to get the opportunity. I think it's going to be a hell of a show. I really do.
Well, it's funny because for years ever since I've known Tyvis, the last couple of years, I have said this guy should be on a regular show here. He is on the Buckeye Show quite often, but it wasn't like a permanent gig. He would come on when needed. And I mean, Timmy, how many times was Tyvis on with you on the Buckeye Show? Sometimes 3 times a week, you know,
Look,
or
it's
more?
no secret. We tried to put him on as often as we can, right?
Yeah.
Because you recognize talent and you hear how it sounds. And I'm also, it's awesome. It's
Yeah.
awesome. I've been telling him you're not going to be long for the evenings, right?
Right.
He does this whole, I'll be here with you forever, you know? But no, it was time. It was
Yeah.
time for something for him, and for it's just awesome. I'm excited about it for you as well, for
Yeah,
both
buddy.
of you guys.
Well, I'm excited about it too. And I have plenty of thoughts on all that, and I can explain why. But I do think it's worth telling the audience, since I'm going away, what's happening here.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
All right, you're going to have to, I'll be dead. I'll be like the Pope lying in state. That's the way you get me out of 3 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
3
Is that-
o'clock is my time, baby.
Okay.
So it's going to be me, and he's just a good, clean boy. It's Timmy Hall.
Yeah.
who's already on this show.
Yes.
But now we'll have the increased role on the show, and Teddy is staying with us because I made him. Oh, please, can I go to mornings? No.
Yeah.
Need to stay with me, Teddy.
Teddy, you didn't want to get up that early, did you?
No.
Teddy
Timmy?
likes his schedule.
There it is. That's the big one.
Timmy, I love you.
Oh, I love both you guys.
You know
all
that.
all three of you guys.
No,
I appreciate
the love
it.
is going all around the room. We all love each other. And I'll say, when this first came down, by the way, before we move on to this, let me also say our producer for the morning show, which I should not slight because Ted is a big part of our show. Bodie,
you got to say it like he says it.
I'm Bodie Wells.
I'm Bodie Wells.
So it's T-Bone, Tyvis, and Bodie together in the mornings.
There
That'll
you go.
all start May 12th. And then, of course, it's Common Man Timmy and Panama Ted afternoons 3 to 6. But
It's almost like you and I are just completely switching lives.
yes, because
Bodie's my guy.
Yeah.
Tyvis has been my guy.
Yeah, I know. But
They're great to work with.
I know.
And I know you know that, and they're going to have your back, and they're going to be phenomenal for
Timmy,
you.
these guys are terrible to work with, but you know that.
Yes,
because you work with them a
I
lot.
know it,
So
though.
you're fully prepared for what you're in for. And no, you're joining a great team here. So now that we have all that stuff out of the way, the formality of what it is, I can guess, Mike, the people probably have questions about why all this is happening and, what's going on here.
It's different for both of us, but go ahead and talk about from your perspective.
Well, we hinted at this yesterday. There was a time when this was over a year ago where management approached you and I about something similar to this, breaking up the show and moving people around. And we both said at the time we didn't want to do it. We were going to go along with it, but we both had very big misgivings about the plan. There was no plan. It was
and quite frankly, the person leading the plan, who is no longer with us.
Right. It was different management. We didn't trust what they wanted to do, that particular management. So we basically threw a fit and said no. And they said, okay, fine. No one wants to do this. We're not going to do it. But at the time, the plan in that moment was for me to go to mornings. And for the next year after that, I had thought, man, the only thing that would have been positive about that for me would have been I would get to be home earlier, see my kids, all that stuff. And, I have a kid going into a freshman year of high school, a seventh grader next year, and a kindergartner. So these are the years. You don't get these back. So I had thought about that for like a year. I thought, if they ever asked again about mornings, I'd have to give it some consideration. And then I thought, but I'd want to know who I'm working with and what the situation was. And so a couple months ago, I was approached by management. And they said, hey, here is the idea, and here is how we want to do this, and here's who we want to pair you with. And when they said it was Tyvis, I'm like, that's a no-brainer for me. Because Tyvis, like I said, I've thought he is a great talent. I've wanted to work with him for a while. We've done some shows on afternoons together. And then all the other things I said with the, life situation. They don't ask you a lot of times to go do mornings on the number one sports station in the country. In my mind, at least, this is the number one sports station in the country. I've listened to this station since I was a kid. The opportunity to host mornings here is, I just couldn't pass it up, so.
Well, I told you years ago, too, that you'd be great doing your own thing.
Yeah.
You don't need me.
Well, but
I don't need me.
But I don't
Please
need me.
take me, actually.
But the thing is, this is why it's bittersweet, right? Is because you also don't come along working with someone like I've worked with Mike all these years, where we had instant. I feel like we had pretty instant chemistry from the moment I met you when I was applying to be your producer, because we went to lunch, we had a great talk, we were making each other laugh, and I thought, man, this is someone I want to work with. And I had listened to you beforehand, so I kind of knew your sense of humor, but then the fact that I was getting laughs out of you made me go, all right, this might be a thing.
Pity laughs.
Yes, they were. Absolutely. And then Torg crapped himself and had to leave.
Dude, I got no sphincter muscle, dude.
So when the opportunity came, you offered me a chance to be on the show as a host. That was a huge opportunity for me. And I didn't know how it would go. I was pretty sure I was going to get fired after a year or two because I didn't know how it would go. But it worked out. We've had a great run. And obviously, people seem to enjoy what we've done. I have enjoyed what we have built and what we've done. So it was very, tough decision for me. But ultimately, I had to do something that I thought was good for my career and for my family and with your blessing. Because I asked you, how do you feel about this? And you said, hey, if you want to do it, I'm not standing in your way. I support you, which, again, don't have to do. You didn't have to do that. But I appreciate that you gave me that support as well. So thank you, buddy.
All right. And you are more than welcome. Now that we're done touching each other.
That's right.
I'll tell you why I decided to do this as well. And it's not because I liked him. I mean, quite frankly, my God. How many times have I looked at you over the last couple weeks and just said, it's off.
It's off. You've given me so many looks where I've wondered, does he regret this more than anything in his entire life?
There was one day on one of the back pages we had last week where you just looked at him and said, it's off. And no one knew what that was, but I busted up laughing.
It's over.
Yeah.
All right, more conversation about our fate in the future of this radio station coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to hit a 40-minute delay due to an accident that's on northbound 270 on the East Outer Belt at 33. It is stop and go from Alum Creek Drive. And watch out for another slowdown due to a crash that's on Summit Street at East 6th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Earn a $200 cash bonus with a home equity line of credit from BMI FCU. Visit BMIFCU.org/home-equity for more details.
It's Lindsay's one and only trade-a-thon.
We'll trade for anything. Plus, give you $1,000 more for your trade. Choose a 2025 Honda Ridgeline RTL or an all-wheel drive HRV LX or a CRV LX and pay just $299 a month. 3 models with one very low Lindsay price.
Trade up to the reliability of a new or certified Honda.
So lock in your price today. The one and only Lindsay Honda Trade-a-thon is back.
See lindsayhonda.com for details.
Rosati Windows, the best buying experience in the business.
I realize that people have options when choosing replacement windows, so I appreciate each and every customer. Before you make a decision, you owe it to yourself to see what makes us different. Our prices are competitive, we react quickly to service issues, and we control every decision that goes into building and installing our top quality products. We're just able to take better care of our customers.
Call Rosati Windows today, 777-4806.
I think one of the things that patients don't realize is that when they get a joint replacement, that's not a lifetime treatment option. And they're probably, if they are a younger patient, signing up for multiple surgeries down the road.
As a physician and medical director for QC Kinetics, Dr. Caravelli's seen a pattern of trending joint pain. Prolonged medication, steroids, then surgery, possibly another surgery.
So a lot of our patients are trying to avoid or put off surgery, and this is the treatment that can help them do that.
QC Kinetics extracts your body's healing substances, concentrates them back into your aching joints to help heal and restore those areas, providing lasting relief.
Oh, I love being able to tell my patients, before we do this surgery, let's try another option. Let's see if this is right for you, because now they might not have to have surgery at all.
Call today for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Picture this. You walk into a Tim Hortons and get a warm toasted English muffin or a buttery biscuit layered with fluffy fresh cracked eggs, melty cheese, and savory sausage or bacon. Now imagine that breakfast sandwich for just $3 when you buy any size coffee, hot or cold, because when you're running on empty, you want a breakfast that does more than just fills you up. So start your morning with Tim's, because you deserve a breakfast that's as good as your day is going to be. Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants. Offer valid only during breakfast hours. Exclusions apply. Additional terms apply.
Save big money on your next outdoor project at Menards. Menards has the best in-stock selection of AC2 pressure-treated lumber. Shop our huge inventory of decking, fencing, lumber, and timbers. All easy to load in our drive-through lumber yard. Plus, you can get free estimates fast with our fence and deck design programs in-store and on Menards.com. Don't forget to check out our weekly flyer for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards. Here At The Fan, we give you 14 hours of live and local programming every day. We care about you. We live and work in your community, except Bo Bishop. He won't tell us where the hell he is. Your live and local station, except Bo. The Fan.
Hey there, I'm Brad. I'm about to win the Tuesday Night Bowling League Championship. I'm also a highway worker for the Ohio Department of Transportation. When you move over and slow down, you're not only giving me room to work, you're making sure I can bowl the winning strike with my buddies.
Roadside workers have lives and families, but when they're on the job, they put it all on the line to protect and serve us. Remember, they're not just roadside workers. Thank you for moving over and slowing down.
Brought to you by ODOT, USDOT, NHTSA, and ODPS.
Are you in need of basic dental treatment but can't afford the cost? There may be a solution. Hi, I'm Dr. Hal Jeter, president of the Ohio Dental Association, and I'm excited to tell you about a program called Dental Options. Dental Options is a partnership between the Ohio Dental Association and the Ohio Department of Health in which qualifying patients can be paired with a dentist to receive discounted or even free dental care. Eligibility for the program is based on your financial situation. For more information or to apply, call 1-888-765-6789.
Steel, walk behind, zero turn, and stand on mowers are built to get the job done. Shop online or at your local Steel dealer. Steel, let's go mow.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Lots of sun in the forecast today. It is going to be a great day to get things done outdoors. Highs right around the low 70s with mostly sunny skies. Partly cloudy tonight with our temperatures dropping to right around 50. And then for Wednesday, we warm up even more with highs right around 80 degrees and lots of that sunshine. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
And from every dime a dog night in the Midwest.
Because he's fat.
Here's Man and Bone.
We told you yesterday that this show will end on April 30th, which is a Wednesday, next Wednesday. And today we told you the destination. T-Bone's going to morning 6 to 9 with Tyvis. The name of the show, get ready for it. This is going to be very creative.
Sit down.
T-Bone and Tyvis.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a name.
That's the name.
And then I'm staying here at 3 because I live here at 3, and I'm not packing up and moving. I'm staying here with Timmy and Ted. And the name of the show will be Common Man and Timmy. Again, just fantastic marketing.
Who thought of that?
Let's keep it simple.
I had The Big Show. That was my nomination.
The Big Show. That would have been a thing.
I thought it was going to be 3 in the P.
It's up to you, Timmy. That's all you now. You got to find a way.
You know, Bone talked about in the last segment why he decided to make this happen. And, you know, quite frankly, though, it doesn't happen unless we both turn our keys, right?
Yeah, and this was a thing we both talked about with each other, but obviously we all had to make our individual decisions and decide jointly as well.
I don't think a lot of you understand how long 12 years is with one radio partner. It's almost unheard of. It's almost unheard of to work at the same place for almost 22 years, which is where I've been.
Yeah.
And over that time, I hosted shows with Chris Spielman, and when that show ended, I got messages from a lot of you saying, RIP, I'll never listen again.
Right.
And then I hosted with Torg, and the ratings went up. And then when Torg was unceremoniously left or gone or killed, whatever, I got lots of messages from all of you saying, RIP, I'll never listen again. And the ratings went up.
Yeah.
I told you this yesterday. I don't lose. So you know what? Save the message. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. I'll be here until I decide I don't want to be here anymore. All right?
Yeah.
And I'm bringing Timmy's dead body along with me.
I might be the guy to make you not want to be here.
Impossible.
Anymore.
Impossible.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I've got 10 years of radio left in me, okay? 10 years of full-time radio. I don't know what happens after that. Maybe I come back for a little howdy-do once a week or something like that. But I've always said, when my daughter turns 18 years old, I'm out. I have an only child, and wherever she goes, I'm going with her. I'm going to live with her in the dorm. I'm going to bake cookies for her friends.
Okay.
You're going to live with her at Yale?
She doesn't know that yet.
Okay. Gotcha.
But I'm going to be close to her. I'll be around, you know, and we've planned, my wife and I, financially, for me to be fortunate enough to retire a young man. So I got 10 years of radio left in me. And I looked at the next 10 years and said, do we continue to do this show, me and Bone, knowing full well that I'm in some way, you would never say this to me, holding you back?
No.
No, I no, you'd never say this to me. But at the end of that, it would be 22 years of me and Bone together. I mean, quite frankly, what the hell are we going to talk about every single day for 22 years?
Well, and I'll tell you, this is just my thought on it. I can't say that everyone feels this way. There are lots of shows in this market. There have been shows in this market who have been on longer than us that are still on. You can go listen to them if you want to. But I feel like some of those shows that have done that over the years, there comes a point where they get by on nostalgia. They get by on some of the things that they did in the past. And, you know, you're just kind of running out the string. And I don't think you or I are the type of people who want to do that with our professional careers, right? I don't think you're just someone who wants to come in and, you know, phone it in. I don't want to phone it in. And not that we are still in a place
I don't want
where
to get to that point.
We just had an April 1st show, the April Fool's show, where we redid the same show from the day before. I don't think anybody's ever attempted that in radio history. If they have, we've never heard of it. So we still have ideas, creativity, things like that. That's the time, to me, where you at least consider, all right, how long does that go before we run out of those with each other? Why not, instead of wait till that happens, why not keep things fresh and do things now that we want to do? And
we're going out on top.
By the way, this was not something you or I went to management and said, make this happen.
No.
They came to us and said, this is what we are planning on doing. Where do you want to fit in on this? Do you want to be a part of it? And then once that question was out there, we had to think about it. So it's, you know, it was motivated by management. But then, of course, you know, we could have.
It was greenlit by us.
Yeah, we could have both thrown a fit again and said, no, we're not doing that. And they probably would have said, all right. So, I mean, I'm just saying, we have to take some ownership of it, right?
This is a good opportunity for, you know, Tyvis to grow. This is a good opportunity for Timmy to grow. Quite frankly, I think it's a good opportunity for Beamer.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't see it. You know, Beamer is going to host Buckeye Show, which means he'll have crosstalk on this show. And he can be as involved as he wants to. That's up to him. But
I love Brandon as a host. I think he's a great host.
And he can take ownership of that slot, which I think is really important.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, look who he's taken over from. It's not that hard of a...
Which, by the way, we didn't talk about this yet, but I do 2 hours. So
there's three now, buddy. There's three.
Mean, I
You're
got
not ready for the 3?
I got an hour in the middle that I don't do or something. So be some kind of workaround.
Also, look, we're in a very unique situation here at this radio station where you got radio stations all across the country and they are getting rid of people and they're cutting salaries. We essentially added a new show. Nobody spends more on local programming than this radio station in the state of Ohio, bar none.
No.
All right.
You're right.
Because Morning Juice is moving to YouTube. So it's like, oh, I love Bobby. It's like, well, good news. Bobby's going to be on. He's going to be on YouTube.
He's on YouTube and 10 TV Plus.
I was just told it was on 10 TV Plus and the HD3 channel.
What are you talking about?
I kind of know what I'm talking about, Teddy.
I'm just saying, that's what I was told.
Well, you were told wrong.
Okay.
Bobby,
we had a big meeting.
Morning Juice.
Morning Juice will be live 6 to 8 on YouTube and the HD3.
And 10 TV Plus, if you want to see it there.
It will be on 10 TV Plus, I believe, from 10 to noon.
Oh.
Yes.
I didn't. Oh,
2 separate times.
He knows every broadcast.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
2 separate times. I'm invited to all the important meetings.
I thought Bone got those meetings, but apparently not. That's you.
I get invited to them. I ignore them. That's my problem. I should probably go to one.
We're adding more salary. We're paying more people. You know, Tyvis was a part-time guy. Now Tyvis is a full-time guy.
Yeah, right. No, it's. I'll tell you, the thing that is unique about this place, at least in my experience here, because I have worked for iHeart, Clear Channel, whatever you want to call them, they're iHeart. I've worked for that organization. I have worked for a local mom and pop organization. I have worked for a larger local mom and pop, which was this place before we got bought by our current company, Tegna. And now Tegna is a giant corporation. Usually, when there's a change made like this, there's a few people who are just like, you're fired, you're gone, and then tomorrow this show starts and everybody moves around and that's just it. And sometimes there's not even a goodbye. The fact that with all of this transition and change, and I'm not saying that all of it is easy and all of it, there's going to be challenges for everybody here. You're going to have a new partner. I'm going to have a new partner. Obviously, Bobby and Beam are both moving to different places. These are things that usually happen, and then there's people just not with a job. This is a place where somehow all these changes have been made, and they've added workers and not gotten rid of anybody. So I am glad to see that that's how this went, and I'm glad that that's how this has gone so far. Now, obviously, we all have to make it work, and if we all suck at our jobs,
that's on us.
No one's going to listen. So we have to make the best of it as we get going.
You're going to earn an audience in the morning. I'm going to try and keep an audience and grow off of the audience here in the afternoon. I will say this about the show, because my wife actually asked me last night, like, when Timmy hosts the show, is it going to be pretty much the same? And I said, no, there'll be differences. We're going to do some new segments and all that, but Timmy and I have a different rapport than you and I do, Bone.
Yeah.
And I said to her, I said, if it's possible, it's going to be even more ridiculous. Like, if you tune into us sometimes and you say, man, those guys are off the rail today, then, buckle up. Because Timmy and I will go off on a tangent. We may not come back for an hour and a half.
Hey, as I say, a little thing called You'll See.
Oh, you'll see it.
You'll see.
But I just have to take a moment and say, like, you guys, Teddy, Bone, you're one of my best buddies here at the station. Mike, you obviously one of them. When I got bumped, people might not even remember this at this point, but doing Tim and Beanie in the mornings, way back when.
I'm in agreement with you.
And then I will say, like, the Buckeye Show is a good job. It is a good gig. And I've built relationships there and got to do sort of my own thing there, adding, different people when they decided that it wasn't going to be a permanent co-host situation, and getting to sort of plug and play different hosts. Chance to reinvent myself. But then, maybe most importantly, being in the building, being in the office when this show was on, and sort of organically just being able to pop in here and be with you guys. And I know I hate that it might feel like I'm pushing you out to a certain extent, because that is the last thing in my mind that I want anybody to think of.
Nobody thinks that.
But
don't worry.
It's just been a thrill. Like, I can't even, I'm almost sort of stuck in this moment in time right now as this is all happening. But for you to think of me being able to sit in that chair where Bone sits I can't tell you how excited I am. It's just so awesome.
I have one more thing to say about the shows, then we'll move on and try and do something today. That's 2 minutes from now. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should know that eastbound 33's off-ramp to 270 on the East Outer Belt is currently closed, so seek an alternate route there. And we've got a couple-minute delay on eastbound I-70 on the east side between Livingston Avenue and 33 due to an accident that's on the right shoulder. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority. Is your concrete cracking? Is your uneven walkway dangerous? Contact Ohio Basement Authority, the concrete lifting experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at ohiobasementauthority.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
At Meijer, we work hard to bring more locally grown goodness to life with a farm-fresh selection of crisp vegetables and juicy, ready-to-eat fruit. Whether topping off kebabs on the grill or adding healthy color to a leafy green salad, your family will definitely enjoy the delicious taste of Meijer produce. Plus, you'll appreciate the selection and savings we have to offer. That's the fresh-picked good life, priced for real life. We work hard to make life a good deal better at Meijer.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No limit. Pay no interest till 2030 plus $500 off your home improvement project. Restrictions apply. Call them today. 614-502-5220. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could dump all your problems on someone else's back? Well, when you wake up to a clogged drain or a plumbing issue, make that Mr. Rooter's problem.
Call 855-MISTERS today or MrRooter.com.
Call Mr. Rooter. He'll be there quick.
Hey, it's Anthony Rothman for Orthopedic One, Central Ohio's most trusted orthopedic practice. They helped me with my elbow pain, and I'm back on the course. Find a physician or location near you at orthopedic1.com. Orthopedic One, this is where you go to get better.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
You wanted the best. Instead, you got these two. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Please subscribe to the podcast of this stupid show. It's available wherever you get your podcast. Just search Common Man and T-Bone. Click. Subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device, free of charge. The podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling. Bone is moving to mornings to host with Tyvis. I'm staying here from 3 to 6 to host with Timmy. Bobby is taking Morning Juice to YouTube and HD3 and 10 TV Plus. And Brandon Beam will be the new host of The Buckeye Show. Does that pretty much wrap it all up?
I think that does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's one more thing I want to say on this. The interaction that Bone and I have with each other, the interaction that I have with Tyvis, that's not going to change. I want to have symmetry between the morning show and the afternoon show.
I'm with you on that.
Which is something that we've never had before for a variety of reasons. But, we're still going to have fun together. We're going to try and blend morning drive with afternoon drive. If that means doing Pizza Madness between the two shows together next year, then that's what we're going to do.
Oh, when we were folks, hey, hold on.
Don't take
I'm not
Timmy's
taking
bite
it.
now.
I'm just doing it for now.
That's a great idea. Pizza, me and you.
When we were sitting there plotting out Pizza Madness this year, guess what was already being discussed in the internal bowels of the office? So all the times you heard us say things on the air like, well, next year when we do Pizza Madness, we weren't lying to you. We knew that this was a possibility. This was a thing that we were discussing. And we had already, Mike and I discussed, like, hey, if people like Pizza Madness, no reason it should end if the show ends. So we will still do it next year. You guys will do it in afternoons. We'll do it in mornings. I will have to convince Tyvis Powell that pizza tastes different depending on
you got a lot of work to do, buddy.
I know.
You got a lot of work to do on that guy. Pepsi and Coke's the same. All pizza tastes the same. He's got no taste buds.
He already asked me if I'm going to go on a diet with him. And I said, does this define diet? Because if it's let's get rid of bread, then no, I'm not doing that. But if it's, hey, let's try to eat some healthier meals, I could be down for that. Tyvis is a big fitness guy.
But pizza, Bone. Everything but pizza.
That's fine. I'll eat only pizza. That would be fun. Is if I challenge Tyvis to a diet and all I do is eat candy bars, but I eat 2,000 calories worth.
Sure.
And he eats whatever he thinks is healthy, and we'll find out at the end who's doing better.
I got to tell you, I'm already well underway on my research for Pizza Madness.
You have been.
2026.
You've been doing a good job.
Yeah.
It's
God
fun.
bless you.
And you know what?
Of course it's fun. You're eating pizza.
Right. Oh, this is a bad time, right? No, to be able to go to the actual pizza shop and sit there and just eat it hot and fresh. It's delivered to your table so hot you actually have to wait a few minutes to take that first bite. Like, that's the way. I mean, obviously, carry-out's going to stand the test of time because that's how it's mostly done. But in doing this research, we're going to places where I can't do carry-out because it'd be too long of a drive to go back home. So just Saturday afternoon, head out of the house, take a little drive. What Mike and Samantha always do, drive all over the place eating food.
That's right.
It's a great time.
Yeah.
I may pop on the morning show every now and then. Bone may pop on the afternoon show every now and then.
I love it.
Sure. Yeah.
We're not going to stop being friends. That's not going to happen.
No. As Michael W. Smith once said, a friend's a friend forever. And then the rest of that got religious, and that's not the part I wanted to. But it's the friend is a friend forever, Mike. That's what I say. You and Timmy and Ted, I'll throw you in. We're all friends, so we're all going to be friends forever. That's what I say.
The last show that we'll have here is April 30th. That's a Wednesday. And then I think after that, because May 12th, we'll start the new lineup, right?
Yes.
You and Tyvis in the morning on May 12th, and then me and Timmy May 12th. And I think you're going to host with Tyvis in the afternoons leading up to May 12th.
Yeah, we're going to do a decent number of shows together. So, one, just to,
You get a free sample
give you a
what's going to come up in the morning.
It's the Costco version of our show. You don't have to get up in the morning just yet to hear it, but we'll do it in the afternoons. And you'll hear a little bit of that in between the transition time.
And I'm going to be
move to mornings.
Off the air, ploofing all day.
Getting healthy.
Chubby time!
We learned about that yesterday. That makes you healthy.
If you ploof 21 times per month, it reduces your risk of prostate cancer by 20%.
21 times a month.
I know. Timmy's like, we're banging that out.
You got
in a
that
week.
covered on a day?
Yeah, what do you think?
There is significant chafing at the end of Timmy's day.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
What am I supposed to do with
That's
the
a
other
funny article?
Other 27 days of the month. That's weird.
Should we move on now?
Yeah.
Set up the show. We got a big girthy Tuesday show inside the NFL. All the news and notes you need coming up at 3:46. Rapid fire at 4:30. Game show in the 5 o'clock hour. What is the game this week?
Oh, today's game show is Jack Nicholson or Jack Nicholas. I'm going to give you a question.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
You tell me.
Can you do a Jack Nicholson impression?
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
That's good. What a great game show that's going to be.
Joker products.
All right. Oh, by the way, people asking if there's still going to be a Common Man's Basement tonight. Yes, Common Man's Basement on YouTube tonight, live, 8 o'clock. Just search Common Man's Basement and come join me at 8, and I'll talk to you, and we'll talk inside radio and whatever the hell you want to ask me, and I'll answer it to the best that I can without starting World War III. Thank you.
Okay.
Bengals in Hamilton County have agreed to a first phase of Paycor updates. That's good. Worth $185 million. Now, they were looking for more than $800 million, but they approved the first phase. So the logic is, well, they're working towards something now. They got the first phase done, and now they'll work towards getting the entire thing funded.
Well, that's how it should be, right? I mean, I don't think you need to give everything. Hamilton County bent over backwards to make that happen the last time when they built that stadium, if I'm not mistaken, right? I know in Cincinnati, a lot of the residents there talked about just how that wasn't a great deal financially for maybe that city at the time. So the idea that the Bengals had any hopes of getting a new stadium out of that deal, or, oh, we might move Katie Blackburn, like, get out of here. That's not happening. You're going to want to get some funding for the stadium. I get it. You want upgrades. You want things to be better. Fine. But no one's moving, and I never thought that would be a reality for them in that whole situation.
We got some news today, some just big breaking news that the Browns are apparently taking calls for the number 2 pick in the draft. I don't know why this is news. Everybody's taking calls. Everybody's trying to do something, or they hear something, and you entertain a move. So, of course, Andrew Berry is taking calls. He'd be a fool not to listen to them. Does that mean I think they're going to move out at 2? No, I think they stay at 2. But if someone offers you 2 first-round picks, maybe you think about it.
It's weird because I've also seen reports like Adam Schefter had a draft intel post that he had that said at least one team doesn't have a first-round grade on any of the quarterbacks in this draft. GM of another team said there are, quote, no surefire quarterback solutions. And according to another GM, Cam Ward would be the 7th-rated quarterback in last year's class on their board if they were going back and adding him into that class. And it's almost like the week of the draft, suddenly everyone's trying to get all this random BS information out there to try to muddy the waters, right? Now all the quarterbacks suck. No one wants any of them. The Browns and the Giants are trading out of their picks because they don't want any of these quarterbacks. Is that what's really happening? Maybe. Or is this the final few days of the lead up to the draft and everyone's trying to position, get things ready, throw some stuff out there to see if it sticks? Who knows? I'm just telling you, don't believe a lot of what you hear in the final 10 days leading up to the NFL draft because all the hay's in the barn, don't you think? There's no one's today going, wait a second. Shedeur Sanders is the answer. Like, that's how it works in the movies. It's not how it works in a real NFL front office. I can't believe that that's how it works.
I did see Andrew Berry is hot and heavy with his praise for Jalen Milroe.
Yeah, that's
this guy. He could be the best running quarterback of all time. He could be better than Lamar Jackson at running.
But again, who does that serve for that info to be out there, right? If he throws that out there, they're like, oh, we might be thinking of going that route. Why? Because you want to just tell everybody honestly what you're going to do? Or is there some motive where you're trying to get other teams to think, well, wait a second, if that's what they're wanting to do, maybe they'll cut a deal on a trade to get out of that second pick. there could be lots of motivations for him to put that out there that are honest and some that are not so honest. So just don't believe everything you hear is what I'm saying. The draft happens in a few days. We'll all find out then.
All the news and notes you need as we go inside the NFL coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 5-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the left lane on northbound 23 after Lewis Center Road. It's moving slow from Home Road. And we also have slow traffic on eastbound 670 between Cleveland Avenue and 71. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. Our low prices add up to big savings, plus over $600 in digital coupons each week, and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Right now, Kroger brand bone-in hickory smoked spiral ham is only 79 cents a pound with your card, an additional $25 purchase. Limit 2. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
And the top overall pick in this year's draft is the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. That's right, it's number one in my heart. This is Scotty Vegas, and we're hosting a special draft show and watch party starting at 7 p.m. Thursday, April 24th for the first round of the draft. Watch and place wagers on the picks with over 30 kiosks, contests, prizes, and a live show at 7 at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Common Man here for Weed Man. I always have the greenest lawn in the neighborhood. It's luscious. I swear by two things, water and Weed Man. Weed Man is locally owned and operated by Corbin and Audrey. They will make sure your lawn is weed-free and looking gorgeous. Of course, they get rid of weeds, but they also do aeration, mosquito control, grub control, crabgrass prevention, and flea and tick control for your four-legged friends. For a free quote, give them a call, 614-733-3747, weedmanusa.com. Tell them Common Man sent you.
Welcome to Cane's. It's Luke Bryan. What can I get you? Today I'm raising funds with Raising Cane's and my buddy Todd Graves for the Brett Boyer Foundation. Great food and a great cause. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers and the Brett Boyer Foundation. One love.
Hey there, long day, empty stomach, craving hot and cheesy pizza? Get the $5 meal deal at Speedway. 2 big, delicious slices of pepperoni, 3 cheese, or extreme meat, and a Mountain Dew 20 ounce for just $5 with Speedy Rewards. Valid through 4/29/25. See app for details.
Many drugs, like cocaine, methamphetamine, and non-prescription pills, are often cut with dangerous opioids like fentanyl. As a result, nearly 14 Ohioans die daily from unintentional overdoses. That's why it's important to carry naloxone, such as Narcan, a life-saving medication that blocks the effects of fentanyl and other opioids. Over the last 5 years, naloxone has saved over 83,000 lives. Help save lives and visit naloxone.ohio.gov to learn more and find free naloxone. Remember, if you see an overdose occurring, always call 911.
Men over 40, struggling with low energy, not feeling like yourself? Low T Center's testosterone replacement therapy is the solution. Get started today. Visit one of our conveniently located clinics, meet a medical provider, and get back to feeling your best. This April only, the consultation is free. Treatment is tailor-made just for you and is covered by most major insurance. Get treated at our centers or from home. Why wait? Book your appointment now at lowtcenter.com. That's lowtcenter.com.
Join Rothman and Ice every Thursday at 2:30 for Gold Jacket Thursday.
Presented by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A new Hall of Famer joins the show every week, but not OJ because he's dead and probably a murderer. The Fan.
Attention kingdom-seeking business professionals, entrepreneurs, and investors in Columbus. Are you ready to experience a life-changing event that will elevate your faith, finances, and future in 2025? Then you won't want to miss this. Join us for Life Search, featuring champions of faith, Saturday, May 10th at the Schottenstein Center for an extraordinary one-day event that will empower you to transform every area of your life through the power of faith. Prepare to be inspired by an incredible lineup of champions, including college football champions Jeremiah Smith and Caleb Downs, three-time national champion head coach Urban Meyer, sportscaster Kirk Herbstreit, two-time national football champion Tim Tebow, and more. These champions have experienced firsthand how faith transforms lives, and they'll be joining LifeSearch to share their powerful stories and insights on how to integrate faith into your business, finances, and every aspect of your journey. Seats are selling fast to this unforgettable event, so don't wait. Head to LifeSearch.com now to secure your tickets before they're gone. LifeSearch featuring Champions of Faith, Saturday, May 10th at the Schottenstein Center. Don't miss out. Your transformation begins here. Visit LifeSearch.com today.
The Fan Poll is brought to you by Caster Connection. Visit CasterConnection.com to shop online or to work with our Caster Solution specialists.
Listen to this show or go to hell. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Tuesday. This dumb show brought to you by the Hinder Motor Company. Inside the NFL coming up in mere moments. Good news, Bone.
What's that, man?
It was announced today that North Carolina and TCU will open up the 2026 college football season in Dublin, Ireland.
Oh, there you go.
I got to tell you, that's going to be a big draw. North Carolina, they got a lot of Euro fans. They'll show up. And then, Texas Christian University.
The Horned Frogs.
They're huge in Dublin.
Huge. Of course, yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Is Bill Belichick, who, of course, is the new head coach at North Carolina, is he still with his... Is she 24, 25? What is she?
I don't know how she is now. I mean, I think that when they started dating, she was 24,
okay,
23,
is he still with his luscious, lovely young lady next year when North Carolina opens up the season in Ireland?
Oh, yeah, they're committed.
They are?
Listen, I don't think he is like moving on. You found someone in their 20s. You're in your 70s. I think his motivations are clear.
Well, I understand that, but, maybe it gets old after a while. We're just like, you know what? It was good until we started talking.
Okay.
And now we've talked for a year and a half, and I got nothing else to say.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know what his I think I know what his motivations are. It's not, the conversation's just great. I don't know. I could be wrong. I mean, but whatever. Let him live. You're allowed to date people for whatever reasons. Her motivations, right? I also don't think are changing anytime over the next couple of years. She's in this for the long haul, too, I would guess.
Well, the long haul until he needs to start being spoon-fed things and maybe his poo-poos get cleaned up.
You hire someone to help out with that.
All right. Mike Lombardi's there to clean up the poo-poos.
That's right. There you go.
Inside the NFL.
Common Man and T-Bone's Inside the NFL.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Bone.
I just found out that's a really cynical way of saying I think they're going to remain together for a long time.
I tell you, you're really in on that relationship.
I mean, I'm saying I think...
You believe it.
Weirdly, I think if I was less cynical, I would say, no, they're breaking up any day now. But my cynicism tells me they're together forever. Whether that's beautiful or not is to each their own. Betting odds are showing a new favorite to select Shedeur Sanders at quarterback. So, we're all in the speculation game at this point with where different players are going to go. FanDuel Sportsbook, they have the odds for Pittsburgh to be the favorite to select Shedeur Sanders. Not at any point in the draft, just sometime in the draft. It's not like, oh, Pittsburgh's definitely taking him in this round or that round. They're just saying the team he's most likely to end up with. The odds right now say that Pittsburgh's the favorite at plus 310. Giants are the second highest odds at plus 350. Browns are after them at plus 360. Then the Saints, they were the betting favorite to be the team that selects him, but they have now fallen to fourth in the odds at plus 370. So Steelers are also the favorite to draft Sanders at DraftKings at plus 190. Browns are plus 200. They're second, followed by the Giants at plus 215. Then the Saints at plus 550. So does seem like a lot of the gambling public believes the Steelers are going to draft Shedeur Sanders. Whether you believe that or not, that's what the books are saying. So I find that interesting.
What I find interesting is that the Steelers are trying to convince you that the uncertainty with Aaron Rodgers does not factor into their draft plans at all.
Oh.
How is that possible? And at what point do you just tell this guy, look, you either want to play or you don't. Go pound sand.
Yeah, I don't understand what... I don't know what he's doing at this point because he's going on McAfee and throwing out all the things about, well, the Jets didn't treat me right.
You're
and all
pissed
that
off
stuff.
with the Jets
I'm
because
sorry.
they made you fly private across the country to talk to them on your dime.
Right. They also said they didn't see a future for you with them, and I'm sure if they called you up and said that, he'd say they didn't have the decency to tell me to my face. So no matter what you did there, he was going to get mad about it, I'm quite sure. Meanwhile, Ashton Genty, one of the best running back prospects we've seen in a long time, certainly the best running back in college football last year. Well, he has a range of places where he thinks he can go. He was asked this by Pro Football Talk. Where does he see himself going in the draft? And he thinks his draft range starts at number 6 with the Raiders and then ends at number 12 with Teddy's Dallas Cowboys. So, Ted, I mean, that could be pretty good if you get Ashton
not going to
Genty.
happen, Teddy.
I'll take him.
Bears at 9.
Yeah. Bears at 9 could also be a very strong possibility.
Okay.
Bears.
And if that happens, you can't wear sweatpants for a while because I know you love Ashton Genty.
I do, and then the season will start. and then I'll see Caleb Williams throw and bad.
It's all right. Now you can hand it off to him.
I got a new guy now. Ben Johnson's there.
Yeah.
Turn the Lions around.
And he's going to do the same with your offense.
Sure.
We
know who else is there. Screw
that?
Ben Johnson. JT Barrett.
He's the quarterback
coach JT Barrett.
He's going to make it happen. Meanwhile, the Eagles, they have inked a new extension for their center, Cam Jurgens, your guy. So Cam Jurgens was a guy that came into the situation this past year. He's replacing Jason Kelsey, one of the greatest centers in NFL history. And
what happened to him after he retired?
He's done nothing.
I don't see a lot from him.
You never really hear from him. It's hard to know what he's doing. In either case, Cam Jurgens, all he did was go out and have a Pro Bowl type of season, Pro Bowl caliber season. He was selected to the Pro Bowl. His team won the Super Bowl. He was awesome throughout. So on Monday, the franchise announced they've agreed to a 4-year extension with center Cam Jurgens. He'll get $68 million over 4 years. That's the total of the deal. The guaranteed money is $39.4 million per ESPN. He had 1 year remaining on his rookie contract. Now he's tied to Philly through the 2029 season. He will be the second highest paid center in the NFL behind Creed Humphrey of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah. Creed, my guy.
Jurgens and Creed in the same one, Teddy. I do what I can to make his day. And the Falcons.
I'm going to get some Jurgens and listen to some.
I know you are.
Creed later.
Yeah. Falcons have had trade talks centering around Kirk Cousins.
But a little ploof.
Yeah. Well, that's healthy. But guess what? Everybody's saying the Falcons want too much for Kirk Cousins. Maybe because they signed him to too much, a 4-year, $180 million deal last year. Then they decided to go with Michael Penix Jr. in December. Everybody knows they have to trade him, even though they say we don't have to trade him. The long-discussed favorite to land him is the Cleveland Browns. But guess what? The draft is coming up. And if the Browns end up selecting a quarterback, that probably goes out the window. Other teams that are likely to be in the mix are obviously the Vikings and the Steelers. But the problem with all of these teams is they don't want to pay all of Kirk Cousins' salary. And the Falcons are saying, we don't want to pay his salary. So if the Falcons would pay more of the salary, we know there'd be a chance he'd get dealt. Where he ends up going, the speculation still is that the Browns will be the leader to get him as of now.
Thanks, Bone.
You're welcome.
Forgot your name there for a second.
Man.
Already looking at Timmy over there. How you doing, Ted?
Doing good, Mike.
Feeling good today, Ted?
Yeah, feeling good.
All right. So make sure.
Looking marvelous.
Teddy said we're going to lean into some nostalgia.
Okay.
Until the show is over. So I think he has a new open to play for us at the top of the hour.
Yep, top of every hour.
Top of every hour.
Wednesday.
Old, new, open. The Reds are getting ready for Hillbilly Fest 2025. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got an accident that's blocking the left lane and causing a 5-minute delay on southbound 270 on the west outer belt between Roberts Road and I-70. And there's also a 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority. Is water seeping into your basement? Are your basement walls cracking? Contact Ohio Basement Authority, the basement waterproofing experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at ohiobasementauthority.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Sometimes you don't realize something was bothering you
until it's gone.
That's how you're going to feel
after we work our magic at your house.
We make junk disappear.
All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
She's the heart of your home, the keeper of traditions, and the one who always puts everyone else first. In the spring, it's her turn. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. For over 78 years, we've offered unforgettable gifts for every milestone, big and small. Mother's Day, anniversaries, birthdays, and more. She deserves more than flowers. She deserves to sparkle. For jewelry that lasts a lifetime, visit Diamond Cellar on Sawmill Road and at Easton Town Center, or shop with us online at diamondcellar.com.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Wendy's has this new Cajun Crunch chicken sandwich. And to be honest, I'm kind of crushing hard on this Sammy. It's packed with bold Cajun flavors and topped with crispy onions for a satisfying crunch. All on Wendy's iconic spicy chicken sandwich. It's honestly kind of my dream sandwich. I hope it likes me back. For a sandwich you'll love, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Spring is here and it's time to refresh your yard with Ohio Mulch. With 15 convenient locations in Central Ohio, it's easier than ever to get your mulch ready for the season. Need it delivered? No problem. Save $50 on home delivery when you order online. Whether it's mulch, soil, or even stone, we've got your yard covered. Visit OhioMulch.com today and spruce up your garden with the best.
Ohio Mulch, landscape supply, cleaner, greener, better.
It's Lindsay's one and only trade-a-thon.
We'll trade for anything. Plus, give you $1,000 more for your trade. Choose a 2025 Honda Ridgeline RTL or an all-wheel drive HRV LX or a CRV LX and pay just $299 a month. 3 models with one very low Lindsay price.
Trade up to the reliability of a new or certified Honda.
So lock in your price today. The one and only Lindsay Honda Trade-a-thon is back.
See lindsayhonda.com for details.
Thinking about buying your first home? Now, with Third Federal, you can buy your first home and pay no PMI. Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. And you may not realize PMI doesn't protect you. It only protects the lender in case of default. But at Third Federal, you can buy a home with just 5% down and no PMI. Plus, first-time home buyers get $750 off a closing cost. So if you're thinking about buying your first home, go for it and visit thirdfederal.com.
Even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3RD-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. See conditions for closing cost coupon at thirdfederal.com/FTHB. Equal housing lender.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Bats are us. When dreams don't get in, bats are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH.
Bats are us. When dreams don't get in, bats are us.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
When you buy from Pella, you could meet Brad, Bob, maybe Mike, or 54 others that make our local Pella team so awesome.
And if you buy from me, you'll get to meet me.
Just a one-man operation, Wilson?
I've got a bunch of cousins helping me, but based on their work, I'm not sure they've got thumbs.
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Master Grillers Unite. The grilling season never ends at Billiards Plus. Come see their best-in-class grills for yourself and check out Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. This is Paul Keels. The NFL draft just a couple of days away, but there are reports that the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants are fielding calls about possible trades involving their first-round positions. The Browns on the second pick and the Giants have the third. Baseball tonight, Cincinnati Reds look to rebound in Miami as they take on the Marlins. Nick Martinez to pitch for the Reds. Edward Cabrera will be on the hill for the Fish. Cleveland Guardians at home again with the New York Yankees, and the Guardians trying for what would be a fifth straight win. Will Warren pitching for New York. Tanner Bybee on the hill for the Guardians. Hockey playoffs tonight, New Jersey at Carolina. Hurricanes a 1-0 lead. Ottawa at Toronto. Maple Leafs have a one-game advantage. Florida at Tampa Bay in the opening of their series. Minnesota at Vegas. Golden Knights lead 1-0. NBA playoffs tonight, Milwaukee at Indiana, Memphis at Oklahoma City, and it's Minnesota in LA to face the Lakers. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
This is Common Man and T-Bone, the undisputed leader in talking about nothing.
You want to go see, like, I don't know, the Outback? You know who doesn't want to see the Outback? Australian people. No one lives there. No one lives in the Grand Canyon, but we go there to visit it. Yeah, I'm sure beautiful. Australian people are, oh, look, there's another dried out bush. Wow, that's great. And now we've arrived at the Outback. I'm sure.
Featuring lukewarm sports takes, stupid impressions, and bad math. Broadcasting live from the Fan Studios, here's Common Man and T-Bone.
Hi. Happy Tuesday. Rapid fire. Coming up at 4:30. Game show in the 5 o'clock hour. What's the game this week, Boner?
The game this week is very simple. Jack Nicholson or Jack Nicklaus?
Yeah.
I'll give you a fact about him, and you got to figure out which one's which.
You know, Teddy, I had forgotten this until I saw it today, but then it reminded me that the Braves and Reds are playing at Bristol Motor Speedway on Saturday, August 2nd.
Yes.
We talked about it when it was announced, but I forgot they were doing it. But now we know who the headliner's going to be. Special pregame concert event leading up to the game. And it is 3-time Grammy Award winner Tim McGraw.
What a talent he is.
Tim McGraw, of course, his dad, Tug.
Yeah.
Major League Baseball player, so it comes full circle for him.
Yeah, very cool story. I didn't realize this until much later on in my life that Tim McGraw didn't know his dad was Tug McGraw, former Major League player, I should say. He used to play for the Mets, but didn't know his dad was Tug McGraw until much later in life. I think he was like a grown-up when he found this out.
Who's he married to?
Faith Hill. She's all right.
She's okay?
She's doing all right.
She's still making stuff?
You know what? I haven't seen her in a while, but they were a handsome couple, the two of them.
Teddy, what do you think about Tim McGraw? You like him?
I do. I mean, back when I was banging, I listened to him quite a bit. Yeah, he's good.
Does he have staying power? Still putting out stuff? Or is this the highlight of his career now, doing Reds games?
I don't know. He did some acting. He starred in that one of those Taylor Sheridan movies or shows, 1883. He was basically the star of that, along with Faith Hill. They played a married couple on there.
All right, let him live.
Yeah, back in 1883. Yeah, that was a pretty good show. He did well in that, so he does some acting.
I like his song "Something Like That." That's the one where he talks about.
Can you sing me a little?
She had a barbecue stand on her white T-shirt. She was killing me with that mini skirt. Yeah, I think that's how that goes. And then the chorus, he says something like that. And there's a little piano interlude. That's good. It's not bad.
I'm going to listen to it when I get home.
You should.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, good stuff.
The NCAA is proposing new rules to allow direct payments to players. They proposed on Monday deleting 153 longstanding rules from its handbook, which would clear the way for this. The article says an expected step towards a new era of amateurism in college athletics, but one that remains contingent upon the approval of the House settlement. When is this House settlement supposed to be done?
I don't know. Because they, isn't that what, didn't we talk last week about the fact that Livy Dunn was in attendance at the House settlement hearing they were doing? Because she and other athletes have said, well, hang on a second. We weren't, there's no collective bargaining here. We don't have like a players union or an athletes union that goes through all of college sports. So they're basically being presented with, here's the money you get. Everyone gets the same thing. She's saying, among other athletes, saying, wait a second, I'm worth more than this. I bring in more than what this is.
How much does she makes a year? $4 million?
Yeah, I think she makes $4 million off NIL stuff. So
God bless.
Let her live. The point is they'll get through all that. They'll settle this. They'll figure that out. Let me ask this fundamental question of you, Mike, because I don't know if I've ever gotten your answer on it. Does it fundamentally change your view of college athletics? Like, can you watch college sports if you know that the athletes are paid specifically by the university with a paycheck?
At this point, what's the difference?
That's what I'm saying.
These guys and girls are getting paid now. You have still under the table dealings going on, even though people thought that would go away with NIL. You have a busier than ever portal. You know, it's not like, oh, we're taking a nun and putting her in the strip club, right? I mean, we're already pretty far down this road now, where I don't really understand if you're the type of person that says, yeah, but the day they start signing these players to contracts, I'm out. But I still love it now. I'll still watch now. It doesn't make any sense to me.
No, because what you're watching right now is you have situations where a guy like Nico Iamaleava, the Tennessee quarterback that's obviously been in the news with him, you know, apparently his management, dad, whoever was involved saying, I want more money or I'm out. And Tennessee's saying, good, there's the door. See you later. Everyone has bemoaned that, rightfully so, and said that's wrong. In the NFL, you would never have that where a guy 2 days before the season, he agreed to an extension, like in the offseason, and then 2 days before says, never mind, rip up that extension, I want another one. No, that wouldn't happen because there's a contract. But in college football right now, college basketball and elsewhere, you have NIL, partially kind of blessed by the university, partially done by boosters, some of which is under university control, some of it is not. All the problems you're seeing with NIL largely come down to the fact there is no contract. There is no guarantee. There is no, if you do this, then you must do that. You have to work here for a certain amount of time, and then you get paid. That's what a contract is. So we've already crossed the barrier where players are getting paid. I don't understand why we have a big problem with a college player getting a paycheck from a university for rendering services, but we have no problem if you go to like the student union and someone working there who is a student gets a paycheck from the Ohio State University. What difference does it make who's paying at this point?
No, I understand.
I'd rather there be some semblance of an actual guideline for what you should do when you get paid. We expect this, and if you don't, then you don't get the money, and then we move on.
But even if we're just looking at it strictly from a performance standpoint, I think this actually stables up the game of college football. The contracts do.
Yeah.
Because it reduces the amount of chaos in the portal. Because trust me, coaches would love that. Oh. Coaches hate the portal. They hate it. Yeah. And you know what? Most fans hate the portal.
Well, the drama of the portal can be a little interesting as long as it's not your team. Right?
But
that's what I'm saying is like, I'm sure Tennessee fans have kind of enjoyed watching some of that portal drama when it went their way. But this one that just happened with them, probably not so fun.
We also have to understand the position that we're in here as Buckeye fans. That's not like the rest of college football.
No, you're right.
You're the hunters in the portal.
Yeah, there's a handful of schools where it all, if there's anywhere a guy can go better than X school, one of the Y schools that can get him is Ohio State, Texas. There's 5 to 10 of those schools that can get anyone else in the country, but largely their best players are not going to get poached.
I think it keeps things stable where the portal's not crazy. You have guys that are sticking around for 3-4 years because they're contractually obligated to if they want to play college football. It also, I think, eliminates college coaches going out there and just throwing out scholarship offers to 8th graders. Right? I mean, if you're going to go out there and offer somebody a contract, you better be damn sure of what you're getting.
Yeah. Well, I know there's been complaints about NIL isn't what it was supposed to be, and that's right. The initial idea of NIL was if you're a good player, you prove that you can do something, and then a car dealership or a national company comes along and says, hey, we want to use your name, image, and likeness because you're successful, and we think that would help us. That's the intent of it. What it's being used for now is, hey, let's get a guy who's never played a down of college football. Let's guarantee him $7 or $8 million or more. In college basketball, you just had A.J. DeBanza, the number 1 recruit in this year's class, go to BYU. That's not North Carolina or Duke or Kansas, right? BYU's a good program, but it's nowhere on those levels. Why is he going there? Because he loves BYU? Maybe. Or maybe because, if you believe the reports, he's getting somewhere close to $8 to $10 million to go there. Is that what the intent was of NIL? No, it wasn't. So
what does that mean, though? You just stop?
No, you don't stop.
You stop it all?
What you do is you say, we're going to have contracts that say, if you take the $8 million, then we expect you will play this season, and this is what the expectations are.
That's what I mean. It's not
going to ultimately fix where the bigger issue of, I don't want athletes to get paid. Well, that's on you. I can't help you there.
It's not going to be a perfect system.
No.
The NCAA did nothing the last 20 years to try and build any infrastructure. The car is still a good idea, right? And then people started buying the cars, and they're like, well, these roads aren't paved. This isn't good. Does that mean we stop making the cars, or we just try and pave the road?
Right. Yeah.
And that's what I think college football is at right now. It's an idea. It transformed into something that maybe it wasn't intended to. So let's put some guardrails in place. Let's add some fairness to where these people are getting compensated. They're getting compensated the right way, and it benefits the on-field product.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, at the end of the day, if you're bent out of shape about the fact that people get paid to play college sports, that's fine. You have to probably go back to the 1950s when that wasn't happening on some level, right? And maybe even before that. So we're not there anymore. That horse has left the barn, the station.
Stable?
I don't know, wherever
Barn?
you go. Yeah. The point is, now we're getting paid and there's no guardrails. There's nothing. Money's just flowing everywhere. Why not have a system where you say, these are the contracts, this is the amount you can pay, it's capped in some way or whatever, and then you can still go make NIL, but it allows for a better opportunity for players to say, yeah, I'd like to stay here for 3 years. Look what I'm getting. Look at what my compensation is. I will gladly take that security.
UCLA and Tennessee are doing a swapsy. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should be aware that eastbound 670 between I-70 and Grandview Avenue is currently closed due to an accident. And we've got a 5-minute delay if you need to travel southbound 315 between Kinnear Road and I-70. This report is sponsored by Ohio 811. Call before you dig. Contact Ohio 811 at least 48 hours before you dig. It's easy to do, and it's the law. CenterPoint Energy, Columbia Gas, Duke Energy, and Enbridge Gas want you to dig safely. Contact Ohio 811 every time you dig. I'm Nicole for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.
Well, it's even easier to make a bet. Choose from the most popular markets like hits, run line, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
If your garage door is so ugly that Google Street View blurred it out, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors. Straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Common Man here for Germain Lexus of Dublin and Easton. Guess what? It's driving season, friends, and my friends at Germain Lexus are ready for you with their most popular models on the lot and ready to go with special APRs as low as 3.99%, up to 48 months, or 4.49%, up to 60 months with low lease payments starting at $389 per month on the 2025 NX. And if you're looking for a TX, they're finally available for immediate delivery. Germain Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton, GermainLexus.com.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in experience and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. If you're a guy facing divorce, remember, Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
10 West Broad, Columbus. CordellCordell.com.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here from my friends at High Bank Distillery Co., located right here in Columbus. Introducing their newest product, 614 Vodka, Ohio's house vodka. Perfect to make a drink at home or try when you're out at your favorite local restaurant. Learn more at 614vodka.com.
Join us for our open house at Rona RV this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Out with the old and in with the new memories of the RV of your choice. Save thousands. Family owned and operated on State Route 16 in Pataskala.
RonaRV.com. RonaRV.com. Sometimes you don't realize something was bothering you
until it's gone.
That's how you're going to feel
after we work our magic at your house.
We make junk disappear.
All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Common Man here for the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Watching big events are more fun at Hollywood Casino. For example, there's this draft thing coming up. Large men get selected to move to different cities and play football. That's all I'm legally allowed to say. Not only do you get the excitement of on-site wagering and camaraderie, there's prizes to win at the Sportsbook. And sign up for Penn Play Rewards and play up to $500 on the house. Do it now. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The Fan has been ranked as the second best sports station in America by our industry peers. A heartfelt thank you is in order. But we're not doing it because we're better than that hillbilly Birmingham station that came in first. Thanks for nothing.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Does heel pain make you hobble just getting out of bed in the morning? If heel pain is affecting your ability to exercise and meet your walking or running goals, relief is as close as your local podiatrist. Podiatric physicians are highly trained doctors who specialize in medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle. Ohio Foot and Ankle podiatric physicians are available across the state and are devoted to providing the highest quality foot and ankle care. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at amazonbusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Plenty of sunshine, light winds, and a great finish on this Tuesday. Temperatures around 70 degrees. Overnight will fall back down to around 50. And after a cool, comfortable start on Wednesday morning, a really warm finish. Plenty of sunshine, light winds, and highs near 80 degrees. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Not doctors, not lawyers, and definitely not sports hosts. You're listening to Man and Bone.
I want to talk to you about my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. I want to talk to you about my friends at Tri-State. You know, they sent me some new copy points, and it's not opening up.
Oh, I thought it was a dramatic pause, waiting for the.
No, I'm just. It says
what you wanted to say.
Couldn't open the file.
Oh,
so you don't have permission to open it.
Just waiting for it to pop up?
Yeah. Have you had trouble with it popping up lately?
This is low T, not ED. Let's not get carried away.
Oh, sorry.
I will tell you that as men enter their 30s, they start to lose 2 to 3% of their testosterone production each year. That's just a fact, baby.
That's a fact.
And if you're thinking, well, there's nothing I can do about that, maybe I'll take the Frank Thomas pills. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
With your Frank Thomas. She's not going to like it either. She'll like it too.
Wow.
She
won't. That's a bold claim.
No, you need professionals to go there and help you. Or you go there and help them. Man, you can really tell that I'm not reading anything right now, can't you? If you want higher energy levels, if you want better gains in the gym, if you want to sleep better and wake up feeling refreshed, then go see my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. Call them today, 800-900-9654, or visit tristatemenshealth.com.
There you go.
Fish has handed me the plug sheet for tomorrow.
What do we got?
You ready?
I'm ready.
Rothman and Ice will have Schefter on at 12:30. He'll be grumpy. Also, Hockey and Hounds with Zach Wierenski at 2:30. And on this show tomorrow, Wild Card Wednesday and Name Dropping with Jeff Rimmer.
You know what? I got a very nice personal phone call from Jeff Rimmer today as the news has come out about what's happening here at the Fan with the lineup changes. I'll be moving, if you missed it, I'll be moving with Tyvis Powell to mornings starting on May 12th. And Timmy Hall will be joining Mike on this show on the same date. So now we're going to be doing those shows. But Jeff gave me a nice ring. And he said, hello. So I didn't want to send you a text. I wanted to talk to you in person and congratulate you on the move, and had a lot of nice complimentary things to say. So,
well,
just know, Rims, I appreciate that.
I was messaging with him yesterday, and I made the joke. I said, hey, Rims, I got you in the divorce.
Yeah.
Right? Just a little joke. And then he responded a couple hours later with just the text that said, thank you, Daddy. And I had forgotten what I texted him. And it's like, oh, my God. First of all, is he totally lost his mind? Was this meant for somebody else? Thank you, Daddy. Oh, God. I took a shower right after I read the text.
That's good.
Daddy?
He called me during the show yesterday because it had leaked out on Twitter after you guys had made the announcement yesterday. So he was wanting to know what was going on. And he was like, well, Fish didn't call me. He was like, I could have, if I was living back there, I could, have been the new co-host with Mike.
Well, and I thought I'd mess with Rims a little bit today because I obviously, like, you and I both discussed, like, what we're doing with different guests and things like that. And I said, look, all the guys who've come on this show for years, those are your guys. I'll work on getting guests for the morning show.
I insist.
No.
You take Rimmer.
No. But I
insist.
I was talking to him today, and I said,
thank you, Daddy.
I said, Rims, I know you're loyal, obviously, to Common Man, and he won you in the divorce. But I said, if you ever just want to pop on in mornings, you'll always be able to say, well, thank you, Bone, and I would take you up on it, but loyalty demands that I stay with Common Man. And I said, all right, I'm not trying to poach. I'm
my daddy.
I know Rims. That's right, Teddy. I know Rims likes to talk. So I just was saying, if you ever want to, you're allowed to call the show, but I'm never going to call him. I'm not going to go and bug him. He's your guest. But if he has something to say, if he's listening, he wants to pop on, I'm not going to say, no, you can't come on, but he's loyal to you, and he should be.
He likes you and Ty. I know that.
Oh, yeah, he's very excited.
Yes. Hello, Ty. Short for Tyler, right? Tyler Wright used to play for the Blue Jackets.
That's right. There you go. It's always tied in.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
Thank you, Daddy. Never going to sleep again. Common Man's Basement tonight, live 8 o'clock on YouTube. Not a full hour tonight until I decide I'm done, or the kid says, time for bed, Daddy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. By the way, I got a text message that I need to run by you.
Yes.
I don't know how to take this text message.
Is it Rimmer calling you mommy?
No, now I've lost it. It's went away. I'm trying to remember who sent it.
While you're still...
But listen, this is a message that I got because we've gotten a lot of tweets today. This message that I got, I didn't know how to process it. So I'll read it in a second once I can pull it back up.
All right. I did see a couple tweets from some losers who have been fired from every single media job they've had in this city.
Yeah.
Talking about how to run a successful radio station, which I get a kick out of.
Yeah, that's always fun. Hey, you know what? Whatever. Talk all you want. When you grab a microphone, please feel free to comment. That's all good. We've got the microphones over here, so we're good.
Well, they have microphones, too.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the basement.
Oh, well, hey, you have one in your basement.
I do have one in my basement. That's right.
I found the tweet, by the way.
Okay, come on.
This is from friend of the show, whose Twitter handle is JizzHornCamp69. Let him live.
Beautiful.
This was a tweet sent to my Twitter account, your Twitter account, and Panama Ted. Here is the tweet. I had a turd so big it wouldn't flush at the Tremont Road Panera. It was shaped like Ohio Stadium before they added the south end zone. End of tweet. Send. Now, this is information that I could have done without, but I know you have said you want information like this from
It's not that I want it, but I feel like it's an impressive feat. When you can accomplish a turd that is so big that it clogs the toilet without the use of toilet paper.
That's something.
That's an achievement, man.
It's
Either you have some terrible plumbing or what a crap that is. And if it looks like the shoe before they put in the end zone, you got to take a picture of that.
That's what I was going to say. You had that app that you wanted to have, right?
Rate my poop.
But here's the thing. I feel like friend of the show who tweeted us this, you didn't send a picture, and thank God you didn't, because I don't need to see it. You described it so well. I feel like I've got it. Like I got more than the mental image I ever could have wanted of that. I don't need to know anymore. And you included a location. You doxed your own poo. Like, you told everyone where it is if they want. I guess, I don't know if it's still there. Maybe someone has rectified the situation.
They've lifted it from the toilet. They're now serving food in it. It's a bread bowl.
Oh. I thought maybe we were going to say they preserved it for future generations. Like, look upon this.
It's expensive, though.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Did I ever tell you about the time I got yelled at in the Panera?
Why'd you get yelled at?
Because I didn't know the proper term for what they were selling.
Yes. What did you say? Like, hi, do you have any of your soup from a bag? And they were like, no, it's fresh soup. And it's like, no, it's soup from a bag. I know it is. I see you cut it open.
They had the round coffee cake, right, with the different flavors.
Okay.
Little try. Have you had it before?
I've seen it.
It's got like a cream cheese and a cherry and an apple. I don't know if they still have it, but I wanted one of those.
Comes from the freezer. Yeah.
So what do you think? They're in there making it fresh?
That's what they sell you on.
No, they're not.
Like, oh, we're in here baking bread. It's like, that might be the only thing you're baking. Everything else there's coming from a freezer or a bag.
I don't care. Can I finish my tale?
Go ahead.
All right. So I go in there and I say, hey, you got one of those round coffee cakes? I don't know what that is.
Oh, God.
It's got the different flavors and cut it into triangles. You got the cherry and the apple and the cream cheese. Oh, you mean a pastry ring?
Can't you just point to it?
I do.
Say that right there.
They didn't have one out.
Idiot.
That's why I asked if they had it. But
that's so pretentious of them.
You wouldn't know what I'm talking about when I say round coffee cake? How many other round coffee cakes do you sell?
Sorry, I don't know what you mean.
I blame Starbucks in part for that. Because I feel like that ever since we got into like, I would like a large, and they're like, oh, you mean a venti or whatever? It's like, no, large. Whatever the size is at all the other places, that's the one I want here. I want your largest drink. Or like, oh, you mean you want to, I don't know. What are the even sizes? There's like a grand.
Yeah, is it Grande?
George Grand is there.
Curtis Granderson.
Grande and a venti and I forget the other one. The point is, now they're like, oh, I'm sorry, did you mean a venti? Yeah, whatever you call it. I don't care. You know what I want. When I said large, you knew what I meant. Mm-hmm. So let's just make it happen.
All right, UCLA and Tennessee are doing a swapsy. You have this. I handed it to you.
Yeah, you did. It's quarterback Joey Aguilar.
Oh, Joey Aguilar.
UCLA quarterback who is going from UCLA to Tennessee.
Now, of course,
transferring there.
Tennessee, Rocky Maivia went to UCLA.
Nico Iamaleava.
Him too.
He has gone to UCLA, so yeah, this is like it's not a trade. I mean, it's kind of like that, except it's a little more complicated. Aguilar transferred from Appalachian State to UCLA during the winter portal. He was the front runner to win the starting job, but of course, now that they've got Nico Iamaleava, or as you called him, Rocky Maivia, he is now going to say, I'll go over to Tennessee and maybe I can win that job.
I heard Rocky Maivia was on McAfee today, Teddy. Did you watch it?
No, I heard he was going to be on there. I missed it, so I need to find out what happened.
Yeah, I want to figure out why wasn't he at WrestleMania?
Yeah, did he explain all that?
I don't know.
I need to find out.
Did he show up on Raw last night?
No, he did not.
Why no Raw?
I saw that.
Who are you, him now? Off Mike Timmy.
I saw that McAfee got choked out by
Gunther last night. Gunther. Yeah, choked him out. So, yeah, you're probably a big fan of him, right?
Sure. Shannon Sharp showed up and choked him out. Oh, no. No.
Goose.
Tim, it's over.
Moose and Goose.
The bit's over, Tim.
No, it's never over.
It's not over.
Rapid fire coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 10-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the west side between Hague Avenue and 670. And there's a couple minutes slowdown on westbound 270 on the north outer belt between Westerville and Cleveland Avenue. This report is sponsored by Custom Air. You're not just a homeowner. You're also an air conditioner that only works sometimes owner. You need cooling built and tested to keep going. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard. Visit CustomAirCode.com for your estimate today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by RCD RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com.
Everybody poops, everybody pees. Mommy, will you call Mr. Rooter, please? 'Cause I gotta poop, and and I gotta pee. Only Mr. Rooter can clear the drain for me. Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
Hi, everybody. We call it what it is at Mr. Rooter. When you have a plumbing or drain problem, the team at Mr. Rooter is ready 7 days a week. Call us today and take advantage of our $95 drain cleaning special. Visit us at MrRooter.com. We'll be there quick.
Do your good-looking shoes hurt and you don't want to wear ugly shoes? At the Good Feet store, we can help you wear your heels, boots, and dress shoes again in comfort. Trade in your bad feet for good feet at the Good Feet store.
Men over 40, struggling with low energy, not feeling like yourself. Low T Center's testosterone replacement therapy is the solution. Get started today. Visit one of their conveniently located clinics, meet a medical provider, and get back to feeling your best. This April only, the consultation is free. Treatment is tailor-made just for you, and it's covered by most major insurance. Get treated at one of the Low T Centers or from home. Why wait? Book your appointment now at lowtcenter.com. That's lowtcenter.com.
If you've ever sprained a thumb because you can't get this dumb garage door to open, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've fixed crappy garage doors, straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Back when I was banging, this show slapped. Whatever the hell that means. You're listening to Common Man and T-Bone.
Hey, draft week is here, and the Fan will have special programming all week long. Where will the former Ohio State players go? Who will the Browns take at number 2? Draft week on the Fan is presented by the Crown Automotive Group of Dublin, offering sales and service for Mercedes-Benz. Ineos? Is that how we're saying that?
What is it? How do we spell it?
Ineos.
Ineos, yeah.
Ineos?
Yeah.
Okay. And Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram.
Okay.
How you doing, Ted?
I'm doing good, Mike.
Rapid fire.
Oh, that's it. Rapid fire number 1.
Need to work on that.
I know.
Which Buckeye in this year's NFL draft do you think will have the best career?
A Mecca.
A Mecca. I feel like that's going to be a popular answer, and it's right, because Emeka Egbuka is just, I think, already a pro. He carries himself like a pro. He will come into this league and immediately be reliable. Could be a 1,000-yard guy his rookie year. Like, that's how high I think his ceiling is.
Emeka.
I think Emeka Egbuka is the guy that will come in right away and be a pro. So there you go.
Rapid fire number 2.
Will any Buckeyes be selected in the first round? If so, how many do you think?
I think just one, and it probably is going to be Josh Simmons, I would think. What do you think, Bone?
I'm going to say 2. I think Josh Simmons and Emeka Egbuka. I think he gets a late first round tag. I think people are slow playing how good he is, and you will see a team jump up and say, "Why are we sleeping on this guy? Let's just take the wide receiver we need. Let's help him out." Especially a lot of teams in the latter half of the first round, they're going to likely have a pretty good quarterback situation. They're going to want to surround that quarterback with weapons. A guy like Emeka Egbuka seems like a 10-year pro. I know I'm like gushing here, but I'm just saying that seems to me like he should be in the first round. If no one takes him in the first round, they're stupid.
Rapid fire number 3.
Who gets drafted first, Will Howard or Kyle McCord?
Who's Kyle McCord? Gomer Pyle?
Yeah, he works for, he played for, what's his name, Fran Brown?
Yes,
Yeah.
doesn't wash his balls.
Unless they win.
Yes.
Then he does.
I'm going to say, because people are stupid, Kyle McCord.
Well, it's not what should happen.
That's right.
It's what
That's
will
exactly
happen.
right.
I think the stats that Kyle McCord put up will lull some people into believing that he's the better quarterback. I think Will Howard's the better pro, but Kyle McCord gets drafted first.
Rapid fire number 4.
The Browns have the number 2 pick in the draft, and the Bears pick 10th.
I thought it was 9th. Is it 10th?
Is it? Okay, well, whatever. 9th, 10th.
Let's see. You know what? They're going to trade the pick anyway.
Whatever.
There's probably going to be a swap in
Anyway,
there, so you're both right.
They each have
I'll
the
say you're
first
both
round
right.
picks. What do you want your team to do with their first round pick?
Ashton Genty.
They have 10th pick in the draft, by the
All
way.
right.
Bears do.
You're right, Teddy. I'm stupid.
Imagine that.
For the Browns, I think my opinion is unpopular, but I'll just say it. I think they should trade out of the pick. I don't by the people who say the Browns are super close, and if they nail the quarterback, boom, playoffs, and here we come. It's
You already nailed the quarterback. You got Flacco, Mike Kracko, and Kenny Pickett.
No. What I'm saying is you still got too much Deshaun Watson money locked up into this roster. You have to be able to, and you got a lot of expense. You just signed a bunch of expensive guys. You have Myles Garrett now taking up a huge chunk of your roster as well. You need to let that quarterback situation play out and get him off the books. Once you get Watson out of there, you can build. In the meantime, draft other positions of need, build a team around him, and then go out and get your quarterback so you have that guy in a year or two. I don't think you need to go right now and get him.
Rapid fire number 5.
On this date in 1793, President Washington attended the opening of the first circus in the United States. Have either of you guys been to a circus?
When I was a kid, I went to the circus.
Oh, you did?
I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 years old.
What was your favorite part? Did you have one?
Leaving.
Oh, yeah, it's not, that tracks with you.
Eating popcorn.
Yeah.
You know what? I felt bad even at that age, making the animals do tricks.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you. I'm not a huge fan of those types of circuses.
Hey, elephant, stand on one foot, stand on this thing, wear an elephant top hat.
Right. I've never gone to a circus. I would go to Cirque du Soleil. Does that count?
No,
as a circus?
That's different. That's human acrobats.
Yeah, that's what they have at circuses.
New Day Circus.
That's what they have at a circus. Have you not? Circus has trapeze artists and high wire.
I don't think of that as this. If you tell me I'm going to the circus, there's a ringmaster, there's an elephant, there's all sorts of stuff.
You're all about the animal circus. You're not
like a lion.
Yeah, they have that, and then they have like the guy eating fire, and they have the person swallowing swords, and then they have the high wire person.
I'm sorry, we didn't go to these highfalutin.
I didn't either. That's what I thought circuses had. No, they have all of it. They have freak shows. They have all this kind of stuff.
This whole show's a freak show. Timmy, you been to the circus?
I've seen the yak woman once. She got the big old horns coming out of her head. Ugly as sin. Sweet gal.
What's this
Hell
from?
Hell of a good cook. I was just waiting for it, Cousin Eddie.
Oh, there we go.
Man, this show with him on it, it's going to be me and him quoting movies nobody cares about.
Honest to God, though, how stupid is a circus? What are we doing?
Yeah, I mean,
I never had to go when I was a kid. Never wanted to go.
How do you know? Maybe you're missing out.
Honestly, kind of terrified. I saw the musical with I watched it for Hugh Jackman and Zac Efron. I mean, my God, that pants flew off.
Oh, The Greatest Showman?
Yeah, Greatest Showman.
This is the
singing and
greatest
dancing.
show.
Beautiful.
The amount of times we've had that on in the house.
Except that it was about a circus.
Yeah.
But for those two guys to be in it.
Sure thing. Now, like I said, the acrobatics I would go for. Would you go with me to Cirque du Soleil, Timmy?
I go to Cirque du Soleil.
See, that's not a waste of time to me. That's like
it's a very artistic thing.
It's artistic, but it's also athletics. It's like the ballet.
Poetry in motion.
Yeah, where you're like, this is art, but these people are supreme athletes who can do this
I wouldn't
stuff.
enjoy it.
Why?
It's the same reason why, like I watch QVC, right? Breaking news.
Yeah.
But when they do like knife demonstrations.
Oh, you get nervous?
And they got a guy who's like, it's like, that's good until the one time you just miss.
Is that him cutting on a cutting board?
Yeah, that's it. And you cut your finger.
My finger.
I changed the channel because I don't want to see it.
Oh, you have anxiety.
Now, there's
over
a 99.9% chance it's not going to happen, but if it does happen, I don't want to see it. When I see people doing death-defying things, I don't enjoy it for the spectacle that it is. I would be scared for that person until I know that they're okay.
It's good of you.
That's fair. You know what? Would you watch if I told you that, all right, here's a Cirque du Soleil performance, and it's all on YouTube. It's all pre-recorded. I can guarantee you everybody lands their trick. They do their thing. Would you watch that if I told you, even though it looks scary, this has already been approved, it's watched.
Well, then it doesn't hold any interest for me. There's no element of danger.
Let me ask, just so I can get...
I'm a very inconsistent person.
I just want to get the right mental image of the Cirque du Soleil. Mike,
Cirque Deuce.
Cirque Deuce.
I'm going to drop a deuce at the Cirque Deuce.
Cirque Soleil.
Cirque du Soleil.
Super Cirque du Soleil. You like Ocean's 11. The tiny guy, is that a Cirque? Yen. Is that what he's in as they're recruiting him? Is that sort of the act that he's doing?
He's in some sort of show like that.
He's jumping from like the different kind of poles.
Yeah,
what are those?
different kind of poles.
They're called poles, Timmy.
Yeah, that's right.
Pole vaulting
apparatus.
Poles. Yeah, the different apparatuses. He's just jumping around there. The way he just moves and flies around.
Sure. Timmy, Google Cirque du Soleil. You'll see all the stuff they do.
You'll see brilliance and joy, right?
Yeah. I want to go if I ever go to Vegas. They're in Vegas. I know there are other places
You never been to Vegas?
No.
Your whole life? Never been to Vegas?
Never been to Vegas.
Been to Vegas?
Yeah.
Hey, Timmy, remember we were talking about earlier?
Nope.
It's off. It's off. I changed my mind.
What's off? Who?
Huh?
Girl?
Who are you with?
And then?
Mm-hmm.
What would you do in Vegas?
Me?
Yeah.
Eat food.
Oh, well, I mean,
you go by yourself. You're not with the family.
No, I'm number one, ride to a brothel. And then just,
that's not in Vegas. You
That's,
have to go.
that's Carson City.
Mustang Ranch.
You got to go outside.
All right. No, I would go to a couple nice restaurants. Like, I don't know. What famous chefs are there? Gordon Ramsay, I'm sure, has a place.
Let me ask you a
Go
question.
check that out.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Like and this is you're a heavier guy.
I'm fat.
Well, all right. I'm just saying you're a heavier guy.
Uh-huh.
Like if you show up to go horseback riding.
Oh, no, I don't.
They'd probably take a look at you and say, I'm sorry, as much as you'd like to ride this horse.
We got Clydesdales.
It's not for you.
You understand that I don't do activities like that.
I understand
because
that.
I am a heavier guy, and I don't even want to ask.
My point is, if you show up to the Mustang Ranch, do they look at you and say, I'm sorry, sir, I know you want to have knobby pleasury, but we do have a weight limit here. Or maybe they charge a surcharge?
Or maybe they say, hey, we have a reinforced bed just for you. And then here's the selection of people who...
There's probably a surcharge for that, though.
That's fine. I'm already paying. Might as well, right?
you just automatically get the dungeon package.
Yeah.
You got to go to the basement.
You got to upgrade it.
Yeah. Sorry, there's no bed for you, sir. There are some chains.
There's
in the
a
whips,
concrete
though.
floor and a whip.
It's fine.
There's that.
Yeah.
And a ball gag.
Great.
It's another record for the transfer portal. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 10-minute delay on northbound 270 on the South Outer Belt between Alum Creek Drive and 33. And you're going to hit a 30-minute slowdown on eastbound 70 on the west side between Wilson Road and 670. This report is sponsored by rrfoundationspecialist.com. Secure your building's future with R&R Foundation Specialist. From sinking foundations, leaning walls, waterproofing, and more. Now serving Columbus, Ohio. Get a no-obligation estimate at rrfoundationspecialist.com. That's rrfoundationspecialist.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Now at White Castle, you can get 12 chicken rings for just $3.99. Tender on the inside, crispy on the outside. Choose from classic or our new Cheddar Blast flavor made with real cheddar cheese. White Castle. Follow your crave. Limited time only at participating castles. Tax not included.
Boating season is finally here, and Buckeye Lake Marina is your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. With the largest inventory in Central Ohio, we've got a boat for everyone. So come on down and find your next dream boat at Buckeye Lake Marina. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Spring is here, and it's time to refresh your yard with Ohio Mulch. With 15 convenient locations in Central Ohio, it's easier than ever to get your mulch ready for the season. Need it delivered? No problem. Save $50 on home delivery when you order online. Whether it's mulch, soil, or even stone, we've got your yard covered. Visit OhioMulch.com today and spruce up your garden with the best.
Ohio Mulch, landscape supply, cleaner, greener, better.
Did you know even the smallest increase in mortgage rates can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your loan? Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. It's true, even a 0.25% change in rate can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your mortgage. But with Third Federal's new Early Rate Lock, you don't have to take chances. Early Rate Lock is the only pre-approval that locks in your rate at pre-approval, even before you find a house. Plus, we're so confident that our rates are the lowest, if you find a lower rate, we'll beat it or give you $1,000. And now through April 30th, get pre-approved with Third Federal and we'll pay all of your closing costs. So don't wait. Call Third Federal today.
Right now at Third Federal, even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-THIRD-FED today. APR reflects 15% down per $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. Zero closing costs on low-cost loans only. See conditions for lowest rate guarantee at thirdfederal.com. Equal housing lender.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and nope, I'm not passing out draft predictions today. I'm making a bolder prediction, an opportunity, one might say. How about setting a goal to lose 40 pounds by the 4th with Awaken 180?
has a different ring to it when you have a finish line, right? 40 by the 4th. Imagine this. Your scale shows 230 today. How about watching that bad boy dip to a cool 190 by Independence Day? Or maybe it's reading over 300 like my scale did. How would it feel being 260 by the 4th and on your way to losing 70 pounds? Again, like I did with Awaken 180. Looking back, it took me only 8 weeks to drop my first 40 pounds, and with the same results, you'll crush that goal by the 4th. Then ring Independence Day in, shirt off, confident, crack beer, and a burger in hand. You can celebrate reaching your goal knowing you're going to keep the weight off, all thanks to Awaken 180's free support for life. Again, 40 by the 4th may seem crazy, but you can definitely do it. Set your goal and attain it with your long-term solution for weight loss. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
It's one of the best weeks of the year. Draft Week. Draft Week. Draft Week on The Fan is
presented by the Crown Automotive Group in Dublin.
The Fan. Ohio's sports destination.
Hey, living with chronic pain, it's like trying to get comfortable on a cactus sofa, walking on pins and needles. Nothing feels good. And forget trying to do the things you love and enjoy. Like the spring, it's getting warm, whether you want to golf, whether you want to hike, whether you want to bike, whether you want to play pickleball. You're just trying to get by. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter here. I want you to know something. The medical pros at QC Kinetics right here in Columbus are on the case and focused to finally get you the relief you need. Finally, calm that debilitating joint pain in your knee just like I did. Maybe it's your hip, your shoulder, your back. Don't miss a beat, no surgery or long recovery. I'm done with getting cut on. With QC Kinetics, the science is solid. They give you your life back. A life healthier, free of harmful meds. That's the whole mission of QC Kinetics. You could be a candidate. So go to qckinetics.com/Columbus to find out how easy it is. They've got offices now in Canal and Grove City. So call 380-208-4544.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination. Best known for their contributions to the fast food breakfast world. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Tuesday. Game show coming up at 5:30. What's the game, Boner?
The game this week is Jack Nicholson or Jack Nicholas.
Yeah.
So we'll do that coming up at 5:30.
Yeah.
By the way, can I give a shout out to some friends of mine? Please?
Yes.
Just a quick shout out.
What are we doing now? Just shout outs now?
No.
The show's coming to an end and now it's shout out time.
No, you'll understand why. So last night I got out of here. I went over to City Tavern and I met up with a bunch of old friends who have hosted the Massive Report soccer podcast.
Okay.
Crew-themed podcast. I get over there, and who else is in the City Tavern? Along with some of my longtime friends who I've known for close to 20 years. Patrick Schulte and Max Arfston from the Crew. Why were they there? Duncan Outen was there, former Crew player. This was, Mike, the 500th episode of the Massive Report podcast.
Quite an achievement.
A podcast I helped start with my buddies Sam Fahmy, Patrick Golden, Chris Lamacchia. We all did this podcast in a friend's basement. Bob Stein, our guy who helped found it. This started back before I worked here.
When?
Back when I was banging.
Thank you.
And we didn't know if it would last more than a year, whatever. They have had probably close to 30 people who have either hosted or been a panelist on that show over the years, and probably 25 of them were there last night. So it was a nice celebration, 500 episodes of a podcast. It's been going for 10 years. And it's funny, they actually got an email once from the Orlando Sentinel, newspaper in Orlando, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they said, hey, we see you guys are a soccer podcast. You've done this for a while. We're starting one up for the Orlando Soccer Club down here. We just wanted to know how you guys make a profit off of podcasting. And the people who ran the podcast at the time just sent them back to money.
We don't.
No, they have done 500 episodes. This is a labor of love. So for all the guys at the Mass Report podcast, go listen to that 500th episode. Go listen to all other 499 of them too. But they deserve some credit for sticking with it all these many years. Pat Murphy, who comes on here a lot, he's been a host there. Lots of great people over the Massive Report. So thank you guys for having me last night.
Who were the 5 losers that didn't show up?
Well, I don't know. Most everybody was there that I could think of, but there were a few people that didn't get to make it on there.
It's like an SNL cast member.
Well, there's a few of those.
You do your time.
Oh,
right?
that's exactly what it felt like. Like you're seeing all these people and going, oh, what seasons were you on? Oh, okay, you were after me. Okay. And you'd start to piece together when the timeline was.
But you, my friend, one of the OGs.
I apparently am.
And Teddy, you know what else he did over here?
What's that?
What?
Save the crew.
No.
Single-handedly.
Single-handedly.
He was telling me just back in the office earlier today about that.
He got together with the Haslams and J.W. Marriott and said, listen, you sons of bitches.
J.W. And then I told him, by the way, when Messi comes to town, why don't you move that game up to Cleveland?
Cleveland, yeah.
Go ahead and put it up there. Morgan Hughes was there. He did save the crew. So, yeah, that's right.
I haven't seen Duncan Otten in a while.
He's great.
My guy.
He's, you know what? You might say, maybe we'll bring him back. Have him on the show. He'd love to come on. Talk a little Kiwi.
Maybe he can get his own show on
Kiwi
YouTube.
Soccer. Yeah, could do that. My guy.
Portal time. So as of yesterday, a total of 2,320 men's basketball players have entered the 2025 transfer portal. Okay?
Okay.
Here's what that looks like by year. 2025, 2,320. 2024, total portal entries, 2,083. So we have a new record. 2023, 1,724. 2022, 1,650. 2021, 1,653. 3 more that year. Actually went down in 2022.
Yeah.
Then 2020, 967. 2019, 957. So in 6 years, that's my math? Yes. In 6 years, went from 957 in the portal to 2,320.
That is a significant uptick. No
That's
doubt.
just men.
Right.
On the women's side, there's 1,464 players in the portal as of Monday.
So I'm trying to do quick math here. In Division I college basketball, men's side of things, aren't there, I want to say, like 322? Something like that. 20-something programs.
I have the percentage for you.
Well, because I was going to say, if you figure there's about 12 to 15 players on a roster, and you have over 2,300 players in the portal.
I have the percentage.
Is that more than 50%?
So the total players on rosters for D1 programs at the start of last season was 5,607. So that means 40% of D1 rosters are currently in the portal.
That's incredible.
40%.
That's incredible, right? I mean, that's an unbelievable number. 2 out of every 5 college basketball players in the portal. Nuts. Like that's now. I don't besmirch any one player. This is a weird concept, right? Where if you ask me, is it wrong that this guy is in the portal? Probably not. I don't know the guy's situation. I don't know what he's looking at. Maybe it is a good idea for them to be in the portal. I'm not judging that.
There's some guys on this team that we would drive to the portal if it were a physical place.
Fair enough, right. But also, I mean, we can acknowledge that in the general scheme of things, 40% of your player base just being free agents, that I don't believe that's what happens in the NBA or the NFL or Major League Baseball in a given year, right? It's probably no more than 20% of your roster are free agents. And even then, you know, depending on the league, right, there's arbitration or there's, you know, you're a restricted free agent where you can only negotiate in a certain way. To have 40% of your workforce as an unrestricted free agent every year, that's not tenable. That's just not, there's no way that can last and this sport continue to be what it is.
You know what you could do?
What's that, Mike?
Sign them to contracts.
I know, but then do that. But then everyone will just go, they're not amateurs then.
They're not amateurs now.
No, but dude, why do we adopt these arguments from the NCAA, the dumbest organization on the planet when it comes to sports? They're the ones who said college players have to be amateurs. Even though if you're an engineering student and you do work for a company during your school year, that's allowed. Why can't you do that with basketball or football? It makes no sense.
Once upon a time, we said that about the Olympics, too. Okay?
Yeah.
And guess what? You know, Gabby Thomas won. I make jokes about how I'm in love with her because I am. Gabby Thomas wins gold medals. She's going to be in the next Olympic Games in Los Angeles. She's going to be awesome. I will be there, assuming I can get within 50 feet of her without the restraining order kicking in.
Mm-hmm.
All right? She's earning millions of dollars right now.
Yeah.
Okay? Is anybody going to think about that when she's out there racing the 200-meter?
If they are, then they need to get their brain checked.
I'm just saying.
If that's where you are, then it's not for you. Then just don't watch. But no, to your point, Simone Biles, how much money has she made over the years doing endorsements and everything else? When she's flying through the air and she's 12 feet in the air doing a triple backflip thing, are you sitting there going like, how dare she have millions of dollars? Or are you saying, this is incredible, she's a great athlete, just like LeBron James or anybody else who makes money off of their athletics? I don't care if you make money off it. I just want there to be a system that makes some sense when it comes to college athletics.
Shaq had a poo-poo problem. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Watch for an accident that's on the left shoulder of eastbound 670 between I-70 and Grandview Avenue. And you're going to hit a 10-minute delay on eastbound I-70 on the east side between Livingston Avenue and 270. This report is sponsored by True Green. We're back in the Miller's Yard, who now use True Green. The lawn started looking like a golf course, and PGA Tour golfers made it their favorite stop. Get a PGA Tour quality lawn for as little as $1 a day at TrueGreen.com. Exclusions apply. See TrueGreen.com for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Hey there, long day, empty stomach, craving hot and cheesy pizza? Get the $5 meal deal at Speedway. 2 big, delicious slices of pepperoni, 3 cheese, or extreme meat, and a Mountain Dew 20-ounce for just $5 with Speedy Rewards. Valid through 4/29/25. See app for details.
Grocery shopping is a good deal better with the Meijer 7 for 7 sale. Pay just $1 each when you mix or match any 7 or more participating items. Save big on everything you need for a complete family meal, including assorted Meijer frozen vegetables, select varieties of Campbell's condensed soup, Meijer pasta and pasta sauce, and Ben & Jerry's or Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Family-friendly meals and low prices. That's the happy shopper good life at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Jim Jeffries. 1971, the patent office got a patent for a suitcase with wheels on it.
Son of a Carpenter tour.
We went to the moon in the 60s.
Saturday, April 26th at Mershon Auditorium. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com.
And the top overall pick in this year's draft is the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. That's right, it's number 1 in my heart. This is Scotty Vegas, and we're hosting a special draft show and watch party starting at 7 p.m. Thursday, April 24th for the first round of the draft. Watch and place wagers on the picks with over 30 kiosks, contests, prizes, and a live show at 7 at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Stanley spent his life in the saddle, wrangling whatever life threw at him. But nothing prepared him for the fight against low T and ED. Shane practically hunched him over. Online pills just gave him a headache. He begged for a lifeline.
Well, maybe it's over.
Columbus Men's Clinic said no. Medical conditions, old age, there's hope. This is about real treatments. Science, not one-size-fits-all guesswork. Columbus Men's Clinic was designed for men who hate going to the doctor. Personalized plans, cutting-edge treatments, overseen by an actual medical provider that takes the time to listen. With low T and ED treatments others only dream about, we fight like hell to get you back in the saddle. Because every second you wait, your condition could worsen. Act now. Don't let time slip away. Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com. Your consultation is only $99, including blood work. And you'll know your T level before you leave. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
And today, Pella is excited to announce our 100-year anniversary.
Cut! Leslie, you accidentally said 100 years.
Not an accident, Wilson.
What?
When you do the windows that look the best, you tend to stick around for a while.
I can't compete with that. Buy from her.
Get the windows that have been around for 100 years. The windows that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus. at PellaColumbus.com.
If you're like most Americans, you've racked up tens of thousands in credit card debt. You're stuck with 20% interest fees, and even the monthly payments, well, they're hard to make. It's insane. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. The good news is that there is a way out. AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com. Advantage First Lending. They specialize in fast, easy access to the equity in your home. Most homeowners have hundreds of thousands of dollars in their home equity. That's your money. AFLcash.com can get it out for you with zero junk fees and zero hassle. You can pay off all those credit cards in just a matter of days. Pay off your car loans too. Cut your monthly expenses by $800 or even $900. I'm telling you, the relief you need, well, it's right there at your fingertips. AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. That's 844-394-CASH. Break out of the credit card debt prison with AFLcash.com.
Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. There are rumblings that just a couple of days before the NFL draft that the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants are fielding calls from other teams about possible trades involving their first-round positions. The Browns on the second pick and the Giants have the third. Baseball tonight, it'll be the Cincinnati Reds looking to rebound in Miami when they take on the Marlins. Nick Martinez pitching for the Reds against the Marlins' Edwin Cabrera. Cleveland Guardians will go for a fifth straight win. They're at home with the New York Yankees tonight. Will Warren pitching for the Yankees, Tanner Bybee for the Guardians. Columbus Clippers open a series at Lehigh Valley. NBA playoffs, Milwaukee at Indiana. Pacers a 1-0 lead. Memphis at Oklahoma City. Thunder lead 1-0. And it's Minnesota and Los Angeles with the Timberwolves have the one-game lead. This update brought to you by RCD RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
This is Common Man and T-Bone, the undisputed leader in talking about nothing.
There weren't too many triangles today. I don't like it.
These are four sides. This is not triangle.
What's a four-sided thing?
A diamond. What do you call it when you take a four-sided?
Why is Larry the Cable Guy or Bill Cosby's love child here?
Get her done in the yellow pudding popper. Yeah.
Featuring lukewarm sports takes, stupid impressions, and bad math. Broadcasting live from the Fan Studios, here's Common Man and T-Bone.
When I hear my voice with that old processing, it physically pains me on the inside.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I hear it too.
Why you do it, Ted?
Because the content is so funny. I have to play it.
Thank you, Ted.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ted.
Sad news. A broadcasting veteran has passed away at the age of 80. Mike Patrick. Longtime ESPN play-by-play guy. He was known for two things. Looking like he had wooden teeth, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, being the OG Sean McDonough.
Yeah.
Where he would actually lecture you during the broadcast. That was a Mike Patrick thing before it was a Sean McDonough thing. He also called ESPN's first ever regular season NFL game telecast in 1987. Spent many years in the booth alongside Joe Theismann and Paul McGuire. I have not checked, but I assume Paul is dead.
I think that's right. So I didn't realize that Mike Patrick did the NFL, the Sunday Night Football broadcast, for 18 seasons.
Yeah.
I knew he did it for a while. I had no idea it was that long. But Mike Patrick, also one of the founding members of he's one of the early members of the Barbara Bush,
always look the same age.
Yeah, you can go back and find pictures of him and Dick Vitale, where Dick Vitale is young looking and relatively wow, this is a young Dick Vitale, and Mike Patrick looks like he does now, or has looked all these years. He looks exactly the same haircut, same tone of hair, everything.
Paul McGuire. He's still alive.
He's still alive?
Yeah.
How old is Paul?
86.
Well, it was the Pope, it's Mike Patrick, and they always come in threes. That's what I'm told. Even though it's a bunch of BS.
Well, I mean,
I like how I just said Pope, Mike Patrick on the same level.
They always come in threes. What? Random people dying on the same kind of 48-hour period?
Yeah, people die.
Millions of people died yesterday. Every single day around the world. That's what happens.
We're dying right now.
Oh,
people die every day. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody steals, everybody murders, right? There's that too.
Who said that? TP?
He said that part.
I think so, yes.
How's Shaq doing? He crapped himself last night.
Shaq-tastic.
Yeah, he got up during the broadcast there for team. Playoffs are going on.
Playoffs?
He just stood up during the broadcast and kind of snuck off camera, and I guess Ernie and all the guys figured out very quickly, like, oh, he's had some issues. Did you see why they believe he had a bathroom issue?
Kenny said that he's been doing this thing to cleanse his gut. So he's taken shots of olive oil before the show, which, I know that feeling. Actually, I said to you today, what was it, 252?
Yeah.
I said, I got a little twinge of diarrhea.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little boop. I could feel it in there. And I got to hold on to it for the rest of the show because I'm not like, you and Torg. I can't do just rapid crap.
Yeah, you got to sometimes got to get it out of there.
But I can't till the show's over.
I know. That's usually how I am, too.
I'm also not Shaq. If I have the pull of Shaq, I just get up and go. Who's going to stop me?
Now, here's the question I have with Shaq, because I don't remember exactly when this was during the broadcast, but they obviously do that like a pregame that's a little bit longer, right? And they'll do halftime, they'll do in between the two games, and then they'll do halftime again, and then they'll do a postgame. If this is during like the end of postgame where it's been a half an hour and he's sitting there trying to hold it and they just keep dragging it out, that's one thing. But if this is during like the 10 minutes you're on for halftime, you got a whole second half waiting for you, right? You should be able to hold it for a few minutes just to like get through the segment and then go take care of business. I'm surprised if that would have happened, any other time. That's not good.
One of my favorite stories ever is our guy, former Buckeye captain, basketball captain, Jay Burson.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he cared so much for Ohio State, he broke his neck on that court.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He did it on purpose.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, I want to break my neck. We'd shoot the lights out of the gym. Tiny little guy, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, I mean, tiny for a basketball player, like a regular-sized human being for most other people. Taller than most average males, but yeah.
Really?
What is he, like 5'10"? 5'11"?
I don't know. What's the average height for a man now?
I don't think it's 6 feet. Whatever.
Right, anyway,
I'm just saying,
skinny
he's
guy,
not like 5'4".
Regular, right? He's not Spud Webb, but skinny guy, regular size guy. So Jay Burson is doing floors, basketball floors. That's his business.
Mm-hmm.
He puts in, parquet floors and wood floors for basketball gyms.
He sells them. He's part of the company.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
He doesn't like install them.
He's not the installer.
There.
Yeah,
right. He sells the floors.
He oversees it.
This show's hit the floor. So he is somewhere doing the floor stuff, and he hears from behind him, "Is that Jay Burson?"
Mm-hmm.
And it was Shaq. And Shaq came up to Jay Burson and talked about how Jay Burson was one of his heroes. Two guys could not be more opposite of guys.
Right.
One huge, large Mang who would elbow his way around in the paint and break glass and all that. And then another guy who would not really get physical, would stand outside and shoot threes.
Yeah.
But Shaq said that he looked up to Jay Burson when he was a youngin'. When he was watching college basketball, he loved Jay Burson. So much so that he asked for an autographed Jay Burson jersey. Think about that.
It's incredible, right?
And did you know then after that encounter, Shaq and Jay Burson started a basketball flooring company together?
I am vaguely familiar with this.
And they ran a commercial here on The Fan.
Hey, do you need a basketball court? Hi, I'm Shaq, and this tiny little white dude is Jay Burson. He's my friend, and he knows all about basketball floors. Thanks, Shaq. At Ebony and Ivory Basketball Floors, we got every type of basketball floor imaginable. Hardwood, modular, even parquet tile. Whether you run the floor like Shaq Fu or spot up like my man Jay Burson, you'll always have the comfort of knowing that Shaq and Jay Burson put your floor together piece by piece. Side by side, living together in perfect Harmony. Stop before we get sued, Jay Burson. Good call, Shaq. Ebony and ivory basketball floors. I got wood.
At participating retailers, offer not good in Alaska or Hawaii. Jay Burson does not have wood.
I forgot how much that sucked. Just cancel this damn show.
I do kind of want to hear Jay Burson talk to Jack Nicklaus. I was wondering if that's possible.
I don't think we have that one.
No.
Oh, you want to do it
Dummy,
live?
Can you conjure up either of them? I don't know. Give me a little.
Hi.
Okay.
What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
Two Central Ohio sports legends right there.
Stop the steal.
How many steals did Jay Burson have that game? I don't know.
Well, I got lots of steals,
Yeah,
T-Bone.
I know you did,
I was
right.
pesky. People talking about that Aaron Craft, they don't know anything.
But let me just take a moment to highlight that Jay Burson was one of the members of the CBA's Columbus Horizon.
That's right.
If you don't know about this or you're not familiar, the Continental Basketball Association, a league that Isaiah Thomas murdered dead. Never forget that. Isaiah Thomas, I've heard him like pop off sometimes about this team sucks or their management sucks. It's like, dude, you ruined like an actual league that was good and had lots of good basketball teams in it. You ruined it. And I think you ruined the Knicks too, but that's another story. The point is, we used to have a CBA team here called the Columbus Horizon, and Jay Burson played on it. It was one of my favorite things as a kid to go to Columbus Horizon games.
How you doing there, Timmy? Timmy Hall, my old friend.
Is that my old Buckeye warm-up show partner, Jay Burson?
Oh, yes.
Now he's
transformed into Paul Bearer.
It's Jay Bearer.
Undertaker.
Timmy, if you would have been here when the CBA's Columbus Horizon were here, you would have gone to games.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
he'd be
so
the
much
mascot
fun.
out there.
Yeah.
You were talking about CBA. I was just telling Ted, in between gigs, my Raleigh gig and this one here in Ohio, I volunteered for a couple games for a ABA team, the Carolina Cougars. Maybe it was the Jaguars. It was some kind of cat.
I hope it was the Cougars.
Played it.
Stifler's mom was the mascot.
Carolina Cougars, baby.
They played in Durham, but they didn't let them play at Duke. No. It was at some other gym.
Okay. That's fine.
We have a very special Fat Boy food tip coming up next. All right, we're doing a little taste test. They are in the freezer waiting for us, courtesy
Machu Picchu.
of 10 TV's Jerry Martz. That's next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Slower traffic is causing a 10-minute delay on southbound 315 between Ackerman Road and I-70. And you're also going to hit a slowdown on northbound 270 on the West Outer Belt between Tuttle Crossing Boulevard and 33. This report is sponsored by Ohio 811. Call before you dig. Contact Ohio 811 at least 48 hours before you dig. It's easy to do, and it's the law. Centerpoint Energy, Columbia Gas, Duke Energy, and Enbridge Gas want you to dig safely. Contact Ohio 811 every time you dig. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
As men get older, our bodies change. We all know that. And often, we just accept the changes as the way it is. But some of those changes, such as bad sleep patterns, low sex drive, brain fog, no energy, and reduced gains in the gym could be due to low testosterone. And that is something you can change. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And even if you're in your 30s, if you're experiencing some or all of the symptoms I just noted, you very well may need low testosterone treatment. With our treatment protocols, if you're like most men, you'll be amazed at the change. You'll have more energy, improved mental clarity, your sleep will be better, so will your workouts, and you'll likely find that your sex drive increases too. So give us a call today and make the change for good. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. That's tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you. Tri-State Men's Health, a Promenic restorative health practice.
For over 78 years, our family's been part of your love stories. At Diamond Seller, we offer bigger diamonds, better prices, and timeless designs for every chapter of your life. From your first yes to your forever I do, trust the jeweler who knows diamonds best. Visit Diamond Seller today.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. Spring weather has arrived, and we all know what that brings. Warmer weather and severe storms. Well, when bad weather hits, we all know it can cause leaky roofs or even damage to your siding and gutters. The Roofing Guys are your local experts in roofing, siding, and gutters and more, providing top quality through every roof, every time. So it's just a small repair, full replacement, or even peace of mind. You need to contact my guys, the Roofing Guys, 614-626-7000, or visit them at theroofingguys.com. That's theroofingguys.com.
Master Grillers Unite. The grilling season never ends at Billiards Plus. Come see their best-in-class grills for yourself and check out Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Hey, it's Anthony. Of course, I sit and do the show 3 hours a day. But after that, I'm looking to get things done and enjoy the spring weather. So I want to be on my feet a lot, playing golf, working out, just moving around. I was introduced to the Good Feet store because my feet were aching way too often. And what I found there is a 3-step custom arch support system that has me feeling awesome. My personally fit arch supports have helped realign my feet, reposition my body into a more ideal position, and not only that, strengthen my feet to help support me. It's made all the difference in how I feel every day. The Good Feet store is going to help you where you need relief and find the arch supports that work best for you. And when you wear them as a system, their arch supports are more effective at long-term pain reduction and elimination. So go in, take the free test walk. Good Feet arch supports are immediately available. Their products are proudly made in the USA. They're on Polaris Parkway and on Stringtown Road in Grove City or at goodfeet.com.
Fish has been named the 3rd best sports program director in the country. The 2 dudes who finished ahead of him are dead. So we're declaring him the winner. You're listening to the home of champions, the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hello, I'm Joe Cordell, founder of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when your small business or professional practice is involved. At Cordell & Cordell, we understand that these assets raise unique valuation and allocation issues. For 35 years, we've helped doctors, lawyers, and small business owners navigate divorce with confidence. Call us at Cordell & Cordell. Let me tell you, I understand on a personal level, your business is much more than a job. It's your legacy.
10 West Broad, Columbus. CordellCordell.com.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Spring is here, and it's time to refresh your yard with Ohio Mulch. With 15 convenient locations in Central Ohio, it's easier than ever to get your mulch ready for the season. Need it delivered? No problem. Save $50 on home delivery when you order online. Whether it's mulch, soil, or even stone, we've got your yard covered. Visit OhioMulch.com today and spruce up your garden with the best.
Ohio Mulch, landscape supply, cleaner, greener, better.
With Amazon Business, smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Sunny skies, light winds, and a nice finish on this Tuesday. Get out and enjoy. Temperatures around 70 degrees. Overnight, we'll see a few clouds, light winds down to around 50 when you wake up Wednesday. And during the day, plenty of sunshine and a great finish with highs near 80 degrees. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Yes, we tried unplugging and then plugging them back in. It didn't help. This is Man and Bone.
Don't forget. I mean, how could you? Buckeye Show's coming up at 6 o'clock. It's going to be Timmy Hall and
a guy named Tyvis.
Oh, Tyvis tonight.
Tyvis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know him.
See that. Getting him maybe like a full-time gig here.
No,
I think he'd be good at it.
I'm going to try doing that.
I think he'd be good
Tim
at it.
was telling me he's just mailing in the Buckeye Show now. He doesn't care about it
I'm
anymore.
mailing in this show, buddy.
Teddy, you can't do that.
Teddy. No, you're still here after all this is said and done.
You can't mail it in.
You don't even turn your microphone on.
What? What are you talking about?
Bad boy food, yeah.
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fat Boy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip? This is dumb. I quit.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets. Visit metalsupermarkets.com/Columbus for all your metal needs.
All right, today's taste test comes courtesy of 10 TV chief meteorologist Jerry Martz. Timmy
softened up a good bit. Softened up a good bit.
I said they're not rock hard anymore,
It
Timmy.
might be good. This might be good. So
Set this up.
We were just having a general Easter candy discussion last week, as you do, and I was made out to be the crazy one of the office just because I simply said I enjoy Peeps. I don't think I'm crazy with it. I like to have a Peep the way that Peeps are intended to have. Fresh, out of the wrapper. Some psychopaths like my sister, she likes to wait till they get stale. But no, I like to have them. They're one of my top Easter candies. I leave it at that. And then Jerry Martz, our 10 TV meteorologist, comes around, or Adam King tells us this about how he likes to freeze his Peeps. And that just sort of blew my mind. I've never heard of that. I never tried it. I would think that they would just be rock hard. Mike, you're already eating it. You like it, don't you?
I ate one. First of all,
hold on.
I think we made a mistake. Because I think Jerry eats them straight out of the freezer. The problem is,
we waited 5 minutes.
My marshmallow pretty much defrosted completely.
And is it cold and delectable?
It's
cold.
It's cold,
yeah.
but it's retains its squishy marshmallow texture. I thought it was going to be rock hard, like astronaut food.
Like that freeze-dried crap. Yeah, everybody buys the ice cream sandwich at the Air and Space Museum.
Do we still have some in the freezer?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
Let's go get some.
Go get them right now.
Rock
you got to get them right away.
Jen, can you get them super hard?
This is what we're doing now? Sending Jen on errands to get rock hard marshmallows.
Go. Hey, you know what?
My life is over.
We should go talk to Jerry.
So
he's doing the news right now.
Should we just pop right in?
Pop in and be like, hey, Jer, what happened with these?
Some
these
people
Peeps
like
frozen?
to pop into the radio.
Just start waving the Peeps while he's doing
pop a rating for him.
Jared, do you let them sit for a minute, or are they right out rock hard?
No, you got to get them right out, because I feel like you guys were.
They're really good.
You broke them apart, so they were they? Jen just dropped them.
They probably
on
bounced
the floor.
She just dropped the box. All right, they're not open. She's literally opening the package up.
Quick!
No,
we don't want them to defrost.
She's
Man, she is so mad at me right now.
Come on, Jen.
Jen, do I need to do it?
This is why you went to. This is why you went to OU. You can't open up a package of Peeps.
All right, give me one.
Oh man, it's rock hard.
Give me one. I want a rock hard Peep.
I can't even get it apart.
Come on.
Give me a rock hard Peep. Rock hard.
Oh, that's the bunny kind. Not too hard?
Don't eat it. I like it.
She's so angry with me right now.
Want to try one?
Soy in that. Soy. Kosher for Passover.
These are so good. Jen is flipping you off. It's great.
Eat a peep. They're rock hard.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's better. I like it. I want some chew.
I
want some
admit.
Charleston chew in there. Yeah.
I admit when I'm wrong.
Get it, Teddy. Come on, Ted. Get one.
Get the rock hard.
Get a rock hard Peep. Put it in your mouth. Yeah.
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad. It's good.
Circus peanut.
It's not a circus peanut.
You're an idiot.
No, it's not a circus peanut. It's much more delicate than that.
If it was a circus peanut, though, Joshua Perry would say it's the greatest candy known to man.
That's right. I think Peeps is on his list, too.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Yeah, Peeps aren't.
Or maybe
bad.
it was Dan Orlovsky that had Peeps.
I can't. That's okay. Look.
Man, this is a hell of a segment, isn't it?
Frozen Peeps, I think, are better than regular Peeps. I'm going to say that. I like a frozen Peep. But you do. Man, that thing. You took them out 2 minutes ago before we started.
They defrost really quick.
I think the sweet spot was the waiting a few minutes after it's out of the freezer. Perfect.
No. This was better. These were there. I need extra. I need
too
chewy.
Hard.
No, it wasn't too hard. Tim, you have a weak mouth.
I understand that about you because all you do. You're like, I can't eat a Cape Cod chip.
Cape Cod chips, just cut your mouth. This is too tough to chew.
Yet you will come back from the boardwalk from Jersey with rock hard saltwater taffy
that's right.
and swear that it's good. It's a pile of trash. Trash.
Pile of trash.
Saltwater taffy is garbage. And the editor that let it out is garbage.
Oh,
you know
man.
what? This Peep is so good, I'm going back for seconds. Mine's good on you, Jerry Marks.
Mine's they're all thawed.
Today's a Peep Impact Day. Yeah. The weather emergency.
Oh, we got it. I don't know if anybody else did. That's fine. Good job, Jerry Martz. Now, I would like to know down the road if you did like dry ice, Put them on dry ice, that level of frozen. I wonder, would they just shatter? Like, would they reach a point where you just bite into them and they just crumble in your mouth? I would like to have that.
Have you had those Skittles? I was at Rita's. You ever do the Italian ice with the girls?
Yeah. They have Skittles in it.
They have a Skittles gelati that's going on right now, and they top the gelati with the freeze-dried Skittles. See, that's what I was...
Those seem rock hard.
Well, they are rock hard, but they kind of like poof, like the minute you bite into them. They're gone.
Are they the ones, because I've seen those where they freeze dry.
Yeah, they are freeze dried. So they're not getting any colder.
They just explode.
It's like the T-1000 when he gets frozen.
Yes, it is. That's it. We have the technology now. We're using it for candy.
It just shatters like glass. You can't do that with a regular Skittle. You put a regular Skittle in the freezer, it's a nightmare. You'll have no teeth left.
You have to get the freeze-dried. See, we have freeze-dried technology, but we never got there. Yeah. Boston Dynamics never got the robots as good as the T-1000, so we had nothing to do with it. We're like, we'll throw some Skittles into the vat and see what it does.
Boston Dynamics, they need to move. They're stuck on that same stupid dog for like 20 years.
Well, you know what,
Move on already.
I've seen footage, though. I think it's at, is it Universal Studios? That's different than Disney World, right? There's MGM Studios, part of Disney.
Universal is completely different.
Yeah. At Universal Studios, they had something, the movie How to Train Your Dragon. Mm-hmm. You've seen cartoons. Yeah. Right. What's that, Queen?
Yes.
What happened in that movie?
What happens in that movie?
Oh, I was unable to train the Duke's dragon.
Okay.
If you know what I mean.
Train. I just want to be clear. You said train.
Yes.
Train. Train is the word you used there. Not another word I thought you used.
Drops of Jupiter.
Anyway,
oh my God.
They have one of those Boston Dynamics dog things. They've put a bunch of decorations on it, and now it looks like the little How to Train Your Dragon dude. The actual dragon that it walks around. There's a guy who's like, come here, and it walks over, its eyes blink. It's crazy looking. That's what we've gotten from Boston Dynamics, is now at theme parks you can have better little toys walking around. And you know what? Good. I'd rather that than have them have like the machine gun dogs they were working on. Let's stop with that.
Isn't Elon making humanoid robots?
Supposedly.
I think so.
Yeah, but remember he had the press
those humanoids?
Humanoids.
Is that the term we have to use?
But remember
he had that term.
He had the press conference where he was like, here's one of the robots, and it turned out it was just a dude in a suit. It was like human.
But there was an update to that where they were a little more advanced.
Did they bring one out?
But still, I don't know how far along they are. But
that's good. All I know is...
You know what, though? Actually, prove me wrong is what I would say. Cut him open. See if there's an exoskeleton. That's just a man, Elon.
Yeah, right.
Is it?
Let's find out. Then he takes the rocket.
Maybe those are robot parts, too.
He takes the hammer he used on the Tesla truck and just smashes the window. Then it breaks into a million pieces. Then he does that with the humanoid robot, and it also shatters.
I don't think this is worth an Arby's gift card. Be quiet. We're going to chop your leg off.
Can I ask, why don't we just send the humanoid robots up to Mars? Like, we're all worried about, we can't get a rocket that'll go that fast. Humans will, not be able to survive. We'll send the robots up there.
We did. It's called rovers.
No, but
we sent them.
It's called Katy Perry.
She
went.
Matt Damon went.
Came back just fine.
Matt Damon did go. That was a good movie.
She went to space.
She's not human, though. We could just send her.
She went to space for 11 seconds.
She's an astronaut now.
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
Amen.
Yeah.
She's been to space, and she's...
Yeah.
My headphones popped out.
What? Good job.
I thought I went off the air. I didn't do anything.
Look at that. He just popped right out.
Popped out. What was I going to say?
Imagine that.
You know what? I had a good Orlando Bloom dong joke all queued up, and now it's gone.
Train your dragon.
Now it's gone.
Right?
All right, game show coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 5-minute delay on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 161 and Cleveland Avenue. And you're looking at a 10-minute delay on westbound 670 between Leonard Avenue and Neal Avenue. This report is sponsored by rrfoundationspecialist.com. Secure your building's future with R&R Foundation Specialist. From sinking foundations, leaning walls, waterproofing, and more. Now serving Columbus, Ohio. Get a no-obligation estimate at rrfoundationspecialist.com. That's rrfoundationspecialist.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Men over 40, struggling with low energy, not feeling like yourself? Low T Center's testosterone replacement therapy is the solution. Get started today. Visit one of our conveniently located clinics, meet a medical provider, and get back to feeling your best. This April only, the consultation is free. Treatment is tailor-made just for you and is covered by most major insurance. Get treated at our centers or from home. Why wait? Book your appointment now at lowtcenter.com. That's lowtcenter.com.
Let's go to the floor with some late-breaking developments on the markets. Jim?
Up things are down, down things are up.
Sounds like things
You
are...
don't understand. Right is left, lemons are sweet, spaghetti is cold, the milk is warm.
Okay, but are you seeing anything that maybe smart-minded money people should know about?
Yeah. Apex Pros.
The pros who knows?
Probably one of the most stable things you can do is an Apex Pros air conditioner tune-up.
Air conditioner tune-ups, you say?
Oh yeah, Apex Pros knows most expensive summer breakdowns can be prevented by getting a tune-up now.
Yes, it's known that a tuned-up AC lowers energy bills, which is important to...
Oh, this is unbelievable.
What, big sell-off? Huge increase?
No, I spilled coffee on my new shirt. Anyway, tune-up save on energy bills, plus make your air conditioner last years longer.
Good to know Apex Pros keeps things stable and predictable.
That's on my pants, too. This is the worst day. This is historic. You know that.
No doubt about it. Columbus loves Apex Pros. The pros who knows. ApexPros.com.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
No Desmond Howard death wishes since 2012. This is Man and Bone.
A lot of other death wishes, though. A lot of other people.
Is that right?
That I hope just dropped dead.
Absolutely.
Tonight, 8 o'clock on the YouTube. Join me live from my basement. We'll talk about anything you want to until it's time for my daughter to go to bed.
I mean, I have some ideas what some of the conversation may be about.
Whatever.
A few changes that are happening around here.
I'm here for you. 8 o'clock, just search Common Man's Basement on YouTube. It's brought to you by our friends at the Lion's Den. Game show time.
All right, Mike, here we go. The game show today is Jack Nicholson or Jack Nicklaus.
Yeah.
And by the way, today is Jack Nicholson's birthday, I believe. So,
But not Jack Nicklaus's birthday.
No, just Jack Nicholson. He is turning 88 years old today.
How about that, man?
Yeah, how about
88. Imagine all the strands of syphilis he's got.
By the way, do you know what state Jack Nicholson is from, just before we get going here?
No.
Where would you guess he's from?
North Dakota.
No. Teddy, do you know where he's from? Do you have any guesses?
West Virginia.
No. New Jersey.
Wow, that's a hell of a story there,
Pride
Bone.
of New Jersey. I never knew. Yet another state.
We should have just kept guessing.
Yeah.
That was a good game.
I don't know why. I just thought he was like a California
Rhode Island.
dude. Thought he was from California his whole life. I was wrong.
Tennessee. No, actually, you know what? Maybe this is in your quiz. He grew up thinking that his mother was his sister.
Yeah, he was raised by his grandparents.
He was raised by his grandparents, and the person he thought was his sister was really his mother. Because, you know, this was back in the day, and she was spread eagle with some dude in the back of a Chevrolet.
Yeah, and he didn't know his dad for... I don't know if he ever did. I don't know. I think he may have found out eventually.
Anyway,
who it was.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Go ahead. Number one, Jack Nicholson or Jack Nicklaus has an art collection featuring a Matisse, a Picasso, and a Warhol. The collection is valued at over $100 million.
See, Jack, and when I say Jack, I'm talking about Jack Nicklaus. He doesn't strike me as a type of guy who really would enjoy a Warhol. Now, if you're talking about like landscape paintings and stuff like that, I'd say, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. But when you said Warhol, to me, that's Jack Nicholson, not Jack Nicklaus.
You are correct. Yeah, Jack Nicklaus
What
says...
is this supposed to be? Why am I paying $1 million for a Campbell's soup can? I'm not.
Maybe he doesn't have that one. Maybe he has some other Warhol.
Oh, Warhol. He sucks. All of it sucks.
All of it sucks.
Garbage.
All right, good to know.
Hipster doofus.
Good to know. All right. Jack Nicholson or Jack Nicklaus bought his neighbor's house and then had it demolished.
Actually, that's secret option 3, Herbie.
That is also what Herbie did. That's right.
He had the house burned down.
Yes, that's right. Next door so he could build a bigger house.
I'm going to say Nicholas did that.
Yeah.
Ooh, sorry.
Oh, no.
Now, if I had told you who his neighbor was, it would have given it away. Jack Nicholson bought Marlon Brando's house upon his death. for $3.4 million and then had it demolished.
With Marlon Brando still in it?
No. He said the reason for it was, one, to preserve, to not have it become a tourist trap and have all these people showing up.
To preserve it, let's demolish it.
To preserve the sanctity of the neighborhood and not, he said Marlon Brando would have wanted that. Also, apparently the house was riddled with mold. So rather than try to rebuild it, he just said, let's just demolish it.
Some of these celebrities, you don't think about it, but they live like animals.
Yeah,
you think they're always in a lap of luxury. In reality, it's Howard Hughes pissing in jars.
Mm-hmm. That's right. They actually called where Nicholson lived at the time. I don't know if he still has this house, but they called that Bad Boy Drive because it was him,
Warren Beatty.
Yeah, Warren Beatty was there, all on Mulholland Drive, where they all lived, and that's where
legendary C. Smiths, as they call them.
Is that right?
C. Smiths.
The C. Smiths. All right. Had a hip replacement in 1999. Was that Jack Nicklaus or Jack Nicholson?
Nicklaus.
Yeah. He actually missed the Masters for the first time due to that injury.
I wanted to come.
Yeah, of course you did.
I checked myself out against medical advice.
And then what happened?
And then Lee Trevino clubbed me in the calf.
How did Grizzly Adams? Never mind. This person, Jack Nicklaus or Jack Nicholson, received the Presidential Medal of Freedom in the same year as Frank Robinson, Muhammad Ali, Andy Griffith, and Aretha Franklin.
Nicholas.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Jack Nicklaus was awarded it in 2005 by George W. Bush.
Does Nicholson even have one?
I don't think so.
All right.
No. Next up. This one is a lifelong fan of Bob Dylan and Louis Armstrong. Is that Jack Nicklaus or Jack Nicholson?
I don't like all those hippie, don't go to Vietnam songs.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Nicholson.
You are correct on that. Who has more children? Jack Nicklaus or Jack Nicholson?
I think Jack Nicholson only has one, right?
That could be the answer. It could not be the answer.
I mean, again, are we counting ones that we don't know about? No.
No, the ones we know about.
Because there's a lot of, kids walking around out there with Widow's Peak hairdos going, here's Johnny.
They don't know why. They're just I don't know why.
I'm going to say Nicholas.
Wrong.
Oh, wrong.
Jack Nicholson has, to our knowledge, 6 children.
Oh, wow.
By,
way off.
Different mothers, of
way
course.
off.
His oldest daughter, I want to say, is in her 60s.
Well, he's 88 years old.
Yeah, I'm just saying, and so then he's got children all the way back to, I think the youngest daughter that he has is in her late or early 30s now.
Okay.
So, yeah. Meanwhile, Jack Nicklaus has 5 children. So, very close race there. But Jack Nicholson had one child that for a while he had said, no, that's not mine. And then eventually...
They did the DNA on Maury?
Yeah, and she wrote an article, I believe, in 2023 saying, he's my dad. No one had ever really known about her. She, though, had met him a few times, and he acknowledged, yes, I am your dad, but here's some money. We're not talking about that.
I see.
Next up. Who was honorable mention for their all-state team during their senior year of high school as a basketball player? Nicklaus or Nicholson? We obviously know Jack Nicklaus was a tremendous athlete and was a great golfer. Was he all-state basketball his senior year of high school, or was that Jack Nicholson?
The way you sort of phrased it, I mean, it would make sense to have the athlete do that, but I'm going to say it's Jack Nicholson.
Wrong.
Oh, see, you know what? You're just a sneaky SOB is what you are. Trying to trip me up for no good reason.
Jack Nicklaus, of course, played football. He was a standout in that sport. He was also great at basketball.
Football over those mountains.
That's right. That's right. And finally, which Jack is a huge fan of pro wrestling? Nicklaus or Nicholson? Noted fan. It's been documented. They've gone on record talking about it.
Nicklaus likes?
Nicklaus or Nicholson, one of the two.
I can't see Nicklaus.
Let me tell you something, brother.
It's got to be Jack Nicholson.
You're right. It is. His favorite wrestlers supposedly are Harley Race, Ric Flair, and John Cena. I couldn't have said that's a spread. When you're talking about careers, that's going way back and current. That's something.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to hear Jack Nicklaus maybe give maybe it doesn't matter what your name is.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
I'm going to take this microphone
Turn it sideways.
Turn that son bitch sideways. Shove it straight up your candy ass.
Finally, Jack Nicklaus has come back to Columbus.
Wu-Tang Pie.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
You know what? Jack Nicklaus would have showed up at WrestleMania. I know that.
Hey, Teddy, did we figure out why Rock wasn't at WrestleMania?
I've been, concentrating on doing show stuff here.
Oh, get out of here.
So
You're always doing other stuff in there.
Eating Peeps and things like that, so I haven't had time to check on that.
Teddy's been too busy eating Peeps. I like that's a
My
good excuse.
My stomach's kind of upset, though, now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, what's the serving size on a Peep?
That's what I had asked, and I haven't found the answer. But
I think it's at least 3 Peeps for a serving size.
I had too many.
All right, The Rock was on Pat McAfee today.
Oh, okay.
He explained why he wasn't at WrestleMania.
What was the reason?
I don't know.
Okay, good. I'm glad we did this.
He said he wasn't needed. He felt he wasn't needed.
That's
needed. Stupid.
That's dumb as hell.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Warren, you literally set the match up.
He says, so now we go into Elimination Chamber with this idea of will Cody Rhodes sell his soul to the final boss? And my thought at that time, I know we talked about this, was a litmus test to find out, in my opinion, how will fans respond if Cody sold his soul to the final boss? Let's get a temperature check on this. Let's establish it. Let's anchor it in. And you come to find out there were a lot of fans who were saying, sell your soul. This is going to be crazy. Whatever it is, it's compelling. It's going to be great. Let's do it. Sell your soul. So I was an advocate of that. Not turning Cody heel soon, but eventually down the line. I like the idea of that because Cody's a smart guy. He's an intelligent guy. He's a ring general.
Oh, God.
And I think this idea of you give him a reason to turn way down the road. By the way, you give him a reason to turn not based on titles, not based on this, but his soul.
Doesn't it feel like The Rock that we all loved would have told this guy to shut up? And just been like, your candy ass needs to go back to the boardroom and move along. What in the blue hell are you talking about?
He said he wasn't needed.
God, that's so dumb. The Rock's gotten full of his own BS, hasn't he? That's what I think happens
Rock's
here.
always been full of his own BS. That's what I told you.
I know, but the character of The Rock was just perfect. And now we've got this whole thing where it's like, we go on McAfee and explain the artistic vision of Cody Rhodes not flipping. Shut up. Show up to WrestleMania and say your lines and then give somebody the rock bottom or people's elbow, and then get the heel turn. John Cena turns on you. Something. Make it interesting. Said you had a tug of war with a belt.
He said the final boss is going to step back into the shadows.
Oh, God.
And then.
Oh, God.
You never know when he's going to pop up.
Oh, God. Translation, I didn't want to move for less than $10 million, and they didn't give me that because I work for them now.
Back page coming up. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 15-minute delay due to the 2 left lanes being blocked on eastbound 70 on the east side at James Road. It will be stop and go from Livingston Avenue. And we've got slower traffic on southbound 270 on the west outer belt between Cemetery Road and I-70. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
If your garage door is moodier than your emo teenager after a breakup, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've fixed crappy garage doors, straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Thinking about buying your first home? Now, with Third Federal, you can buy your first home and pay no PMI. Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. And you may not realize PMI doesn't protect you. It only protects the lender in case of default. But at Third Federal, you can buy a home with just 5% down and no PMI. Plus, first-time home buyers get $750 off a closing cost. So if you're thinking about buying your first home, go for it and visit thirdfederal.com.
Even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3rd-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. See conditions for closing cost coupon at thirdfederal.com/FTHB. Equal housing lender.
Master Grillers Unite. The grilling season never ends at Billiards Plus. Come see their best-in-class grills for yourself and check out Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
It's Lindsay's one and only trade-a-thon.
We'll trade for anything. Plus, give you $1,000 more for your trade. Choose a 2025 Honda Ridgeline RTL or an all-wheel drive HR-V LX or a CR-V LX and pay just $299 a month. 3 models with one very low Lindsay price.
Trade up to the reliability of a new or certified Honda.
So lock in your price today. The one and only Lindsay Honda Trade-a-thon is back. See lindsayhonda.com for details.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $150 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. And see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. T&Cs apply.
Everybody poops, everybody pees. Mommy, will you call Mr. Rooter, please? 'Cause I gotta poop and I gotta pee. Only Mr. Rooter can clear the drain for me. Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
Hi, everybody. We call it what it is at Mr. Rooter. When you have a plumbing or drain problem, the team at Mr. Rooter is ready 7 days a week. Call us today and take advantage of our $95 drain cleaning special. Visit us at MrRooter.com. We'll be there quick.
What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Oh, no. Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now.
2 years ago, Bobby Carpenter completed treatments for knee pain at QC Kinetics. So we're checking in with the former college and pro football player to see how he's doing.
I've been asked a lot, like, how long does this last? How long does it work? I go, I've had mine for a couple years, and everything feels very good. It feels just as good as it did when I started to turn the corner.
Bobby's an active husband, dad, and business owner. That's why 2 years ago, he heard about QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative treatments, and he knew he could trust them for his chronic knee pain.
And thankfully, with QC Kinetics, I was able to go through this, and my activities are the same as it was. I'm able to coach my kids in sports. I can play golf. I can go run.
QC Kinetics patients like Bobby don't miss a beat. No surgery or rehab. Just freedom from debilitating joint pain. Ready for lasting relief from joint pain? Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation and see if you're a good candidate.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Columbus, Worthington, Air, and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Buckeye Show coming up at the top of the hour. The fine host of the Buckeye Show, your friend and mine, Timmy Hall, and Tyvis Powell.
Oh, you guys. Man, Bone, Timmy, my soon-to-be divorced person.
Wow, looky here.
We're all doing a wife swap.
Look at this.
Buddy is here.
It's exactly like that. Yeah.
I'm going to be hosting with Timmy. Bone's going to be hosting with Tyvis.
Mm-hmm.
Just a big key party.
Wow.
Timmy decided to leave me.
One day part to the other.
You're getting promoted, Tyvis.
But Timmy,
I told you weren't long for evenings, Tyvis.
Timmy,
you didn't listen.
Timmy told me he didn't want me no more.
If it makes you feel
know
better,
how it feels to not be wanted.
Tyvis, you are wanted.
When I go home at 6:30,
that's right.
Yes, I'll know what that feels.
Come over here.
If it makes you feel any better, I'll get sick of Tim real quickly, and then he can make a return as morning update anchor.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh, that sounds like a nice job.
Just make sure you don't sprint. You know, the last time you did it, like they said they got like a clip of you like sprinting in here.
He was out of breath. Yeah.
Yeah. The out of breath update.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
Oh, yeah. Heidi had that.
You mean like on a girl? Yeah. That's right.
Yes.
What is that label?
Timmy Tim Hall update.
Yeah, that's probably it.
I have Timmy Sports Center, but it doesn't say
that
Timmy.
Could be it.
Might just give it a try.
Just hit it.
You know what?
But there's a bunch of them.
Oh, there are a lot of bad ones.
All right, let's give this a try.
This is Sports Radio 97.1 FM, Sports Center.
Good evening, I'm Tim Hall, getting ready for some hockey tonight. You'll get the Columbus Blue Jackets just a couple games away from getting to 500. They will take on the New York Rangers today in New York. Yes, coming up here at 6:45. Your coverage on The Fan. Puck drop will be at 7 o'clock. That one will be an interesting game for sure. College football, Mac Brown getting ready to coach Texas in the Alamo Bowl against Oregon. He says his job situation has not changed. He also said he's still looking forward to meeting with President Bill Powers and Athletics Director Steve Patterson to the NFL. Good one tonight for Thursday Night Football. The Chargers are in Denver to take on the Broncos.
Are you out of breath? Do you need a second?
On NFL Network.
I'll just talk for a second.
I am completely out of breath.
What were you doing, running down the hall?
Running down the hall. Printer is out of paper. Can't get a sound bite in.
All right.
Absolute total train wreck. Robert Griffin III for the Redskins. They say, guys, that he's going to be the star.
What a racist.
That was really bad.
That was the name of the team at the time.
Really nice surprise.
That was just a real nice surprise.
All right, what's coming up on the Buckeye Show tonight?
Coming up tonight, Adam Jardy is going to stop by at 6:30. This is the day that the college basketball transfer portal closes. So we'll check in, take a look at what this 25-26 roster is shaping out to be. Also, big change to a classic bowl game to talk about as well.
Buckeye Show, 1 hour tonight or 2 hours?
Oh, 2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours the rest of the way.
No, tomorrow's one.
Tomorrow's Inside Edge.
Except for that one. And except for Thursday, when Scotty Vegas and Bids have a draft show special.
Right, so with the exception of Wednesday and Thursday.
Then all the rest are 2 hours.
I see.
Till the end of time.
Buckeye Show, top of the hour, right here on The Fan. Back page.
The Back Page. The Back Page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Bone.
Well, man, in December, I remember reading a lot of articles talking about how the NBA is dead. No one watches the NBA. The NBA is over. And we might as well just make peace with the fact the league will never be the same. Fast forward to middle of April, the weekend of Easter. The NBA, here's the headline, NBA secures most watched playoffs opening weekend in 25 years, thanks to Easter holiday. Now, I just quick math on that. 25 years is 2025. That means since 2000. So that means that's back when Shaq and Kobe and the Lakers and that era was going on. I'm saying that's sometimes hearkened to as like the golden days of the NBA, or just before that when Jordan was there. This NBA playoffs now is getting those numbers. So, it's almost like maybe we shouldn't overreact to like one weekend's viewership numbers or one December week where the ratings were down. Viewership for the 8 games across ABC, ESPN, TNT, and True TV averaged 4.39 million viewers. So there you go.
How did the UFL do?
Not as good.
Teddy.
Not as good.
You excited?
Not as I was 3 years ago. Yeah.
What are you hey-haying about?
Have you watched the UFL, Tyvis?
No.
Okay.
Do you have friends in the UFL?
I'm sure I do.
I don't know who they are.
I'm sure I don't. Tyvis, I'm sure I don't. So, like, I can say I don't have friends in the UFL.
If I
you
looked
must
at the
have
roster,
some.
I guarantee you I know somebody.
Johnny Dixon's got to be out there somewhere, right?
I don't know if he's still playing. I don't think.
Oh, he's out there.
I don't think Johnny's still playing.
No?
I feel like he's not. I'm not.
When's the last time you seen him?
The last time I seen him physically?
Yeah.
2022?
You know what? I'm really bored of this conversation about Johnny Dixon.
Good news, Mike. If you like Korn, the band, and also you have a dog, Jonathan Davis, lead singer of Korn, and Ashton Michael, a designer, have teamed up to make Freak on a Leash pet merchandise.
Nice.
Available now. That's right. So now you can get way overpriced merchandise. But the good news is the proceeds from this go to support Pup Culture Rescue, a nonprofit dog rescue
That's nice.
based in Pasadena. So, they said this includes everything from spiked dog collars and bandanas to denim vests and plushy toys.
Spiked dog collars?
No.
Sounds like Marv Albert. Marv Albert's calling.
Yeah, I'm just looking right here. The dog collar they start at $45. So yeah, I mean you're getting what you pay for there.
I thought that's nice.
But it's good.
They donate it to the animal charity.
Some good for the animals.
That's
so there
nice. I love animals. Right,
yes,
Teddy?
you do.
I love a good basement. Hey, a basement show tonight.
Yes, Common Man's Basement live at 8:00 on YouTube. Join me. I will not be drinking tonight, but I'm going to be there.
You going to do some workouts, some curls while you doing it?
Yeah, that's what drives the ratings. Watching me sweat and make my O face.
Don't forget
That's what people want to see.
That's what you do when you work out.
I did some curls today. It was effortless.
Then you didn't do curls. Didn't do anything. Oh, I see.
I actually did do curls.
You know what though? When you walked in today, I said, "Oh, Beanie Wells is here." It's like, "Oh, it's Tyvis."
That's why it's done. Salads.
How's that lemonade though?
It's the last.
How's that Kit Kat bar?
I haven't eaten it yet.
He's got a sugary drink. And
he sat here today saying, "I'm going to eat a salad. I'm going home tonight and eating a salad." As he's saying it, he pulls a Kit Kat out of his pocket.
Is that the full calorie lemonade?
Oh yeah, look at that.
How many
What's
calories in that bottle?
I'm disgusted to say 260.
Yeah.
I'm disgusted. You're not supposed to drink your calories. And
You're drinking your weight right now, aren't you? About 260?
See what I got over here?
I'm done with you.
A nice cup of ice water.
Buckeyes show is next. We'll see you tomorrow. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to hit a 45-minute delay due to an accident that's on the right shoulder of northbound 71. On the north side at Weber Road, it is stop and go from I-70. And we've got slower traffic on eastbound 70 on the west side between Mount Street and 315. This report is sponsored by Ohio 811. Call before you dig. Contact Ohio 811 at least 48 hours before you dig. It's easy to do, and it's the law. Centerpoint Energy, Columbia Gas, Duke Energy, and Enbridge Gas want you to dig safely. Contact Ohio 811 every time you dig. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Now at White Castle, you can get 12 chicken rings for just $3.99. Tender on the inside, crispy on the outside. Choose from classic or our new Cheddar Blast flavor made with real cheddar cheese. White Castle. Follow your crave. Limited time only at participating castles. Tax not included.
Do you realize making the minimum monthly payments on your credit cards, it'll take nearly 20 years to pay them off? What if I told you there's a way for you to get them all paid off in just a matter of weeks? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Imagine wiping out all of your credit cards. Here's where you go. AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com. Advantage First Lending is the easy button for tapping in to hundreds of thousands of dollars in your home equity. That's not the bank money, it's your money. Listen, your home, the value is way up. And now AFLcash.com has a super fast, hassle-free program that lets you turn that equity into cash. People who do this are living their best life, their credit card debt free, with cash left over for other stuff like home improvements, maybe a vacation. See how much money you can get now. Go to AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. That's 844-394-CASH. Say goodbye to greedy credit card companies. That's AFLcash.com.
Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
He shoots, he scores! It's a great time of year to be a fan, but the fun stops when you or a loved one can't control your gambling. Maryhaven is here to help with in-person, virtual, and group options. Learn more at maryhaven.com.
I can't wait to meet her. Oh my gosh.
Put your hands together for new Dr. Pepper Blackberry and Dr. Pepper Blackberry Zero Sugar.
There she is! Woohoo! Yeah! It's full Dr. Pepper! With sweet blackberry flavor! Dr. Pepper Blackberry, I'm obsessed with your succulent taste. Please marry me! No! Marry me! Marry me, or I'm gonna freak out!
Try new Dr. Pepper Blackberry.
It's a pepper thing!
Attention kingdom-seeking business professionals, entrepreneurs, and investors in Columbus. Are you ready to experience a life-changing event that will elevate your faith, finances, and future in 2025? Then you won't want to miss this. Join us for Life Search, featuring Champions of Faith, Saturday, May 10th at the Schottenstein Center for an extraordinary one-day event that will empower you to transform every area of your life through the power of faith. Prepare to be inspired by an incredible lineup of champions, including college football champions Jeremiah Smith and Caleb Downs, three-time national champion head coach Urban Meyer, sportscaster, current Kirk Herbstreit, two-time national football champion Tim Tebow, and more. These champions have experienced firsthand how faith transforms lives, and they'll be joining LifeSearch to share their powerful stories and insights on how to integrate faith into your business, finances, and every aspect of your journey. Seats are selling fast to this unforgettable event, so don't wait. Head to LifeSearch.com now to secure your tickets before they're gone. LifeSearch featuring Champions of Faith, Saturday, May 10th at the Schottenstein Center. Don't miss out. Your transformation begins here. Visit LifeSearch.com today.
I'm an old school Joe. I never lay juice I don't want to lay. I don't hate my money like that. I'd rather lay minus 108 than minus 110, wouldn't you? Prime Sports is Ohio's full-time reduced juice sports book. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I can't sleep.
What is it now?
It's the company. It's chaos.
What's chaos now?
The numbers, the expenses, the books. What if we get audited?
No one's going to audit you at 3 a.m. Go to sleep.
I can't sleep.
You could if you used Ramp.
Who said that?
I don't care because they're right. Go to sleep and sign up for Ramp in the morning, Jerry.
Ramp is the corporate card that handles all your tedious financial operations automatically, integrates directly with your ERP, and gives you complete control over every transaction. Ramp gives you everything you need for bulletproof books and a better night's sleep.
Wow, that is exactly what my company needs.
Yes, and exactly what I also need. Go to sleep, Jerry.
Upgrade to Ramp for free today and get $250 at ramp.com/radio. Ramp.com/radio. That's RAMP.com/radio.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, members FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. Guess what? It's driving season, friends, and my friends at Jermaine Lexus are ready for you with their most popular models on the lot and ready to go with special APRs as low as 3.99% up to 48 months or 4.49% up to 60 months with low lease payments starting at $389 per month on the 2025 NX. And if you're looking for a TX, they're finally available for immediate delivery. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations.